everybody. Welcome back. I am freezing. It has drastically dropped. I don't know what the temperature is, but I can sure tell the difference. Just got a weather advisory on my phone. It's supposed to be 25 degrees tonight. I live in Florida, y'all. It's cold. And I have to be at a doctor's appointment in the morning at 7:30. I'm really considering calling and rescheduling. But I think they need 48-hour notice, which means I can't do that. I don't want to go out in the cold. Please don't make me go out in the cold. I don't want to go. How do people live like this? How do you guys live like this? How do you people do this? I'm freezing. Oh my God.
Your Honor, the state has just filed a motion to designate. This is how we've been operating before. I'm trying to find the original designation, but to designate Kouri Richins Benson a victim representative. The statute provides for plural victim representatives. The beginning with defense counsel's cross-examination today was the first time that the state had any notice that the defense wanted to call Kouri Richins Benson as a witness. She's not been subpoenaed. She's not been on any of the Rule 16 designations. And so we have proceeded. We called her early so that she could get her testimony out the way, and proceeded in a good faith understanding that she would then be allowed to participate in watching the remainder of the trial without being subject to the exclusionary rule.
I understand the state's position.
I don't have any of that.
Ms. Lewis, Ms. Nestor.
I live in Florida.
Well, we don't want to call her as a witness. We want to cross-examine her,
have
and
any
they're
of that
stopping me
stuff.
from doing that.
No. Stay focused on the issue at hand here. Co-designation of Ms. Richins Benson.
We object
And tell me why.
because the statute provides for one.
It doesn't. It provides for up to more than one, if you look at the language of it. And so, give another reason.
I don't know why there's special circumstances that require them to have two in this case.
It's not a requirement. They're asking for permission.
We object
Tell me why.
because it's going to interfere with my ability to cross-examine her if I have to recall this witness and she sits through all of the testimony.
Forgive me. Have you ever listed her as a witness in your case?
We were not aware that they were going to stop me from doing this until about a day ago. So as far
No, she's never been listed as a witness.
she has never been, I'm sorry, she's on our witness list? Okay. Are you
Come
sure?
here in the summer and tell me how weak
For
we
example,
are.
if I search for the name Richins on
Right.
your witness list, it does not appear.
No, but we are happy to file an amended witness list and add her if I can't cross-examine her now.
You
I
can
prefer to cross.
cross-examine her within the scope of direct, regardless of whether she's on your witness list and regardless of whether she is a co-victim representative. The only thing this impacts is whether there's any prejudice to defendant if she's a co-witness representative who is not excluded.
So here's the problem. So if she's allowed to sit through the trial, then it affects my Sixth Amendment right to cross-examine her because she's been impacted and heard the testimony of every single witness in the case.
Would you pause there? Do you mean cross-examine or direct examine?
Well, direct. When I recall her, if I cross her now,
Right.
I would do it now. But if she gets to then have the benefit of sitting through the trial and hearing everyone else's testimony, and then when I direct her. She's hostile, so I'll probably ask to cross her because she is a hostile witness and I am entitled to do that. And if that happens, then that does prejudice us because she's got the benefit of being able to shape her testimony around everybody else's that she's already listened to. So it is a prejudice. And I don't know that there's any compelling reason to let her stay that outweighs that prejudice, or just let me do it now. I mean, that's their decision, but that is a prejudice and that's very real.
Okay. Anything further?
No.
All right. Under Utah Code 7738.
I bet she's Karen.
9, subsection 2.
I'm going to do it
The
now.
court shall designate a representative or representatives of the victim. The legislature, in crafting that language, contemplated situations in which more than one victim representative would be appropriate. An aggravated murder case is certainly among the situations in which the family of a decedent might want to spread that burden and duty across two family members. The court finds that the state's request to designate Ms. Katie Richins Benson as a co-victim representative under Utah Code 7738-9 is supported by the language of the statute and a good faith request. Moreover, the defendant's arguments regarding prejudice are not persuasive for two reasons. One, Ms. Richins Benson has never been listed by the defendant as a trial witness that they intended to call in their defense case. And more practically, the court finds that she likely already knows all of the admissible and inadmissible evidence in this case, and there is no additional or marginal prejudice by allowing her to be in the courtroom during the testimony of other witnesses. The state's request to designate Ms. Katie Richins Benson as a co-victim representative under Utah Code 7738-9 is granted. On that basis, the court does not have the authority to exclude her under the exclusionary rule. Mr. Bloodworth, anything else?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Are we ready for the jury and the witness, Ms. Nestor?
Just one moment.
Yeah.
Did we swap it? Everything's okay.
Do we want to take a look at it before?
I think we're good. I think we've all agreed on it.
Let's just take a quick look.
Do you want to show it real quick, Katie?
And is it a clip or just a still?
It's a clip.
Okay. Is that the clip? Okay. Very good. Let's invite Ms. Richins Benson back in. Very good. Katie, if you take the stand again, thank you.
Did we admit it?
Katie, you're still under oath.
Okay.
Okay. We ready for the jury, Mr. Bloodworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Nestor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's do it.
My niece and nephew came out here from Oregon one time. And my nephew kept saying, the air is so thick. It's so thick. It's like, what are you talking about? Because I don't know any different. I've lived here my whole life. But he's like, you can cut it with a knife. Luke, calm down. It's just air.
Have a seat. Thank you. All right, folks, have a seat. Thank you very much. Ms. Nestor, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court. Good afternoon, Ms. Richins Benson. So when we took a break, I had confirmed with you that it's your recollection that Kouri had a sweatsuit, a matching sweatsuit, and fixed hair, and that she did not comfort you when you fell to the ground. Is that correct?
To my recollection.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to watch a clip from that morning that was taken off of an officer's body cam and see if you can confirm that that's in fact you and Kouri that morning. Katie, can you play it?
I want to see. Show us. Show us too. We want to see.
Is that you in the clip?
Yes, that's me.
Okay. Your Honor, at this point, I'd move to admit as exhibit maybe 3001 for now. The clip.
3002.
I'm sorry. 3002?
Yeah.
3002, that's correct.
Mr. Ledbetter.
Your Honor, no objection to admission. We'll figure out nomenclature later.
Sounds good.
And
Okay.
just for the purpose of the jury, just a short explanation that we will supplement this with a blurred version, but for now there's just a black box over where the children's photos are since it's being played publicly. But that'll, if it goes back to the jury room, that box will be removed and the pictures will just be blurred.
You can play the clip.
Thanks, Katie. All right, so as you're watching this clip, there's an officer there, but that's Kouri right there, right? And she's squatting down to hug you. Is that right? Katie, could you play that
Sorry.
again?
I'm sorry, this is hard with two Katies.
There are two Katies. I'm sorry. I'll call you Ms. Richins Benson. How about
Okay.
that?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so that's Kouri. Freeze it right there, Katie Nestor. Okay, and that hair right there, that's what you're saying she had fixed? Just her hair up and messy like that?
Yeah, as you can see, mine was down and messy and didn't have contacts in anything.
Sure. So both of you had messy hair, and she's also clearly wearing pajamas. Does that refresh your memory that she's not in a sweatsuit? She was in pajamas.
I am not a fashionista, so to me, that's a sweatsuit or pajamas, just to be honest.
Okay, and then keep playing, Ms. Nestor. And that's her squatting down to comfort you while you're on the ground, and that's y'all hugging, right?
Correct.
So your memory about that was clearly wrong.
To be fair, it was 4 years ago.
Okay. And everything you're testifying about here about that morning was 4 years ago. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. You can take that down, Katie. Thank you. Other Katie. And shortly after this scene where Kouri hugs you, and obviously everyone's completely understandably upset, was there a time where you went out into the driveway and spoke with an investigating officer that morning?
I went and spoke to an investigator in their car out front of the house.
Okay. Maybe not in the driveway. Might have been in front of the house.
Correct.
Your Honor, objections.
Your Honor, she's testified about her memory of that morning. This happened that morning.
I'll give you a limited latitude here.
Thank you. And who was the officer that you spoke to?
Detective Woody, I believe.
All right. And that was just to help, because there's so many officers that are going to testify in front of this jury. It's a female officer, right?
Correct.
Okay. And when you talked to Officer Woody, or I think she was a detective then, did you tell her that you believed Kouri was involved in your brother's death?
No.
Did you tell the officer that you were suspicious that Kouri may have been involved in your brother's death?
Pause there.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm going to allow her to answer that question, then we'll have a conversation. Go ahead. You can answer that. I'm sorry.
I let her know that Kouri had stolen money from my brother, and I thought she needed to know that.
And what else did you think she needed to know at that moment?
I left at that moment to go
didn't-
back in the house.
You didn't tell her
My
anything
recollection.
else.
My recollection is that I told her that Kouri had taken money from my brother, quite a lot of money, and that there was tension.
And what did you tell the officer was the reason for the tension?
May I have a quick conversation with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
My apologies, counsel.
Why is this so hard? Good Lord. This is day 1, people. This is going to be longer than 5 weeks if they keep this crap up. Get it together. Good Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in pain and I don't have the patience for incompetence today. Get it together, people. Come on. It's a court of law. Man. So who lied? The prosecutor or her? Because the prosecutor said that's what she told the cop. Oh, hush, Marty. It's the whole witness. Why is this so hard? This whole witness has been a train wreck.
In an interruption, folks. Ms. Nestor, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. And now I forgot where I was, so let me think about it again. We were talking about what you asked the police, what you said to the police officer when you were outside. Before, and this is before that police officer has ever entered the house, right? This is your first time to see this officer.
I'm not sure.
Okay. And you felt it was important that this officer know that your sister-in-law had a motive. What was your reason for telling the officer that information?
I had an overwhelming feeling come over me that I should let someone know.
Why? What was your overwhelming feeling?
That I should let someone know.
Because you believed it was suspicious? The death?
Honestly, at that time, I had no idea what was going on. I just had an overwhelming feeling. I had just barely talked to my brother. He was fantastic. When I talked to him just a couple hours before, I had an overwhelming feeling I should tell someone about this, so I did.
Because you thought Kouri was behind it?
I did not say that.
Did you tell the officer that Kouri had a reason to be upset with Eric because she had found out about your being a trustee over the assets before he passed?
No, not to my recollection.
You didn't mention being the trustee of a trust to this officer?
I knew that I was the trustee of the trust.
Did you share that with the officer?
Maybe. There's a potential.
So you can't remember?
Just give me a second. It's
Sure. Take your time.
I mean, I did know that I was the trustee. So I definitely could have shared that with her.
And did you share with the officer that Kouri had been upset with your brother about that before he passed?
No,
So if an
not to
officer
my recollection.
if an officer says you said that, that would be wrong. Or you're just not sure.
The questions are a little difficult. They're really vague. So not to my knowledge.
Okay. You mentioned that Kouri's son asked if he could have his dad's watch. Is that right?
Correct.
And you mentioned that Kouri just reset the watch and gave it to him.
Correct.
So Kouri didn't go through the watch trying to pick certain things out to delete, right?
I just watched her swipe it and give it to him, or delete it and give it to him.
If she hadn't swiped it, and I'm not an Apple Watch person, so maybe you know this better than I do, but that would have meant her son could read everything her husband had ever put on his iPhone, right?
I'm not an Apple Watch person either, so I can't answer that for
Is
you.
it your understanding the watches match the phone basically?
Mine doesn't always. So, but again, I'm not an Apple person, so I can't tell you.
Do you agree there could be a lot of reasons why a mother would not want a young child to have access to everything his adult father had saved on his phone?
In a hypothetical, yes, I guess.
Okay. You also mentioned that Kouri told you that morning that she was going to sell the house.
Correct. She
And
did.
this is the house her husband had just died in.
Correct.
And she was pretty traumatized about her husband just dying in the house.
That I don't know. You'd have to ask her.
In their bedroom. Right?
What's the question? Sorry.
Do you think there's a lot of reasons why a widow would not want to continue to live in the bedroom where her husband died in front of her?
Honestly, I can see some people would and some people wouldn't.
Okay. You also mentioned just now, and also when you were on direct with Mr. Bloodworth, that you never knew your brother to use anything other than Advil. Is that right?
When he asked what I had seen him take, correct.
Are you aware that your brother did use other substances?
After his death, from his medical records that I got, it said that he occasionally took it for back pain.
Took what?
THC,
Which is marijuana.
marijuana.
So when he was alive, he didn't share with you that he used marijuana, did he?
Not directly, no.
And you talked about your mom, which I think is great, was a drug and alcohol counselor.
Correct.
And that it was important to her that your family not be engaged with the use of drugs when she was alive.
No, I said prescription medication.
Okay. So your brother knew that it was important to your family. Sobriety was an important thing to your family.
I'll be honest with you, my mom was not against marijuana use.
Okay. But you said you were?
I said prescription medication earlier.
Okay. But for whatever reason, your brother didn't share with you during his lifetime that he used marijuana.
No.
And I know you were here during the opening statement, excuse me, Your Honor. You saw this slide of all those gummies that were seized from Eric's. You didn't know that was in his house. He didn't share that
I knew
with you.
that Kouri had some in there. He had shared that with me.
But he didn't tell you he did.
No.
And you also, did you know that your brother drank alcohol?
I knew that he socially drank, but he was responsible.
And he chose not to do that in front of you. Is that fair?
Correct.
And it's also fair and totally understandable that your brother's not going to talk about his sex life with you.
He actually did.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Did your brother share with you that he was taking testosterone?
Yes, he did.
And you knew that?
Yes. And
Did I'll strike that.
I just looked it up. It's legal medically, but not recreationally.
Did you go through your brother's phone ever?
No.
The morning after he passed, Was there a period of time where you saw your sister Amy with his phone?
She did have his phone.
And how long did she have his phone in her possession?
Honestly, I wasn't watching Amy very close, so I can't tell you.
Okay. Did you ever have his phone that day?
No.
Your Honor, State renewed scope objection.
Same morning, Your Honor.
Let's keep moving. The objection is overruled as to that last question.
Did after that morning after Eric died, did you ever well, let me ask it this way. When you arrived at the house, had the police cordoned off any portion of the house and said you could not enter it?
There was someone at the hall, and they said that you weren't supposed to go back down the hall. So
Once they removed your brother's body from the scene, and I know that was traumatic and I'm sorry. Once they removed his body, were you allowed to go anywhere in the house you wanted?
Yeah.
And did you see the police searching the kitchen?
yes,
All right. What
just
did you,
the garbage in the kitchen. That was all.
that was the only thing you saw them search for
Mhm.
was the garbage.
Yeah, I wasn't around them all the time, so I don't know what else they did.
Okay, that's fair. At any point that morning, did you hear Kouri being interviewed by police?
No.
So you weren't present when they questioned her about what happened that night?
No.
Did Eric share with you that he had used hydrocodone in the past, like in that pill bottle that we saw on the screen?
So Eric and I had talked about that. So that pill bottle on the screen, it was old. It was 2016, right?
Right.
Because Eric had a procedure, but Eric did not want to use much of it. So actually, Eric and I had several conversations when his back hurt and everything. I actually set him up with an acupuncturist and everything so that he didn't have to use any. So
Let me stop
It
you
was-
right there. Just 1 minute.
okay.
Let's just break it down.
Okay.
So you knew that he had used hydrocodone in the past for pain.
He did not like to, but if it was extreme,
He did use it.
yeah, but he would never like take the whole finish the
And-
prescription.
And well, as far as you knew.
Mm-hmm.
And you knew that he had back pain.
Correct.
And you knew it because you're the person that he would go to when he was in pain.
Correct.
And you helped him try to find an acupuncturist for his pain.
Yeah, he went to an acupuncturist.
How often did he do that?
I set up the appointments. They actually helped really quickly. So he went to a couple appointments to I can't give you the exact amount, but
And when, okay, I'll strike that. You also talked about the prenuptial agreement
correct.
that you saw Kouri sign at their wedding. Is that right?
I saw it before she signed it.
And is it true that in the prenuptial agreement that Kouri knew that if something happened to Eric, she would not recover? She wasn't entitled. She surrendered. Let me ask it this way: were you aware that as part of the prenuptial agreement, she was
Hey,
surrendering
Matthew.
any claim on his business of C&E?
Objection. The prenup's into evidence. It says what it says. I don't think that's an accurate characterization.
I can rephrase.
The question is about what Ms.
She
Richards
that's-
Benson understood.
That's what I was
And
going to
so
say.
you will be able to point out later whether her understanding matches the text or not.
So was it your understanding that she was surrendering any claim to his business at C&E in the prenuptial agreement?
Only if they divorced. If he died, then she would get the business while they were still married.
Okay. But if he died, once you became trustee, you were aware that his business would actually go into the trust, not to her, correct?
The business is a trust asset. His partnership is in the trust.
Okay. And that was done before he passed.
Correct.
Duh.
And again, you don't recall telling the officer that Kouri was upset about that prior to the officer coming in the house?
No.
Okay. The morning that you were there, was there any period of time where you were in the garage?
Yes, I went into the garage.
And what was your purpose for going into the garage?
A medical examiner or some medical person, had asked me, do you know if Eric took any kind of pill today, an allergy pill, anything? And I said, I'll go check his truck. I know he takes allergy pills, but I'll go check his truck. So I went into the garage to check his truck.
And when you were checking his truck, was there anyone back there with you?
Lisa Darden, her mom, and Bree, I think it's Swerenson, followed me.
And when you were in the truck, how long were you in his truck?
Not long at all.
When you got there, was Amy in the truck?
No,
At some point, did you see
her whether or
Amy in
not
the
he
truck?
took anything though?
no, not to my recollection.
All right. You also mentioned that Kouri mentioned to you when she said that she was going to sell the house. I believe Mr. Bloodworth asked, could she have sold the house? And you said the answer was no. Is that right?
Correct?
And the reason the answer is no is because why?
Because the house was not Corey's asset. It was in Eric's trust. Her name was not on the deed, anything like that.
But she was his spouse under the law, right?
She was his spouse under the law. Yeah.
And she had a marital interest in the house, right?
Now that's all in civil court. I can't.
Sustained.
Objection, Your Honor.
Legal conclusion.
Yeah.
Sustained.
All right, now I want to talk about before the body was removed. Were you present or did you have an understanding about where they were going to take the body?
No.
Did you hear a conversation or were you a part of a conversation that discussed that there was going to be an autopsy?
I know I heard that day that they were taking him for an autopsy.
So before he even left the house, there was discussion that he was going to be autopsied. I think that's a verb. I'm not sure.
I can't tell you if it was before or after.
But there was a discussion in the house about it. You all knew it.
That they would take him for an autopsy? Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the conversation that you testified about where there was a discussion about cremation or burial with Corey's mom.
Correct.
At that point, the autopsy was over, right?
I don't know when the autopsy was over.
When was that conversation?
That conversation was on the 5th.
So 2
So-
days after he passed. And where was the body
Oh.
at that time, to your knowledge?
I-
I'm so sorry. I thought you were
Yeah.
finished. I
Sorry.
apologize.
Okay.
The
Okay,
question
can you
was
ask-
on the 5th.
Yeah, it was on the 5th when we talked about the burial.
So 2 days after they'd removed, or 1 day, I'm
One
sorry,
day.
after
yeah.
they'd removed his body from the house.
Correct.
So when you were having that conversation, where was your understanding of where the body was?
It would have been in one or two places, either at the medical examiner's office or at the mortuary.
So bear with me then. At the point that his remains were finally interred, either through cremation or burial, that autopsy already would have happened, correct?
Honestly, I remember talking to the mortuary. They were watching to see when it was done. They said that it could take a couple days because it was later. So I can't tell you if it was done or not. I can't
Let me ask
remember.
let me ask you this way. They weren't going to let you bury him or cremate him until they'd finished that autopsy and release the body to the family, correct?
I mean, I would assume so, but I've never dealt with this with the medical examiner's office. So
And once you all had that conversation with Lisa and Corey about whether he wanted to be buried or cremated, did Corey agree to bury him?
it went back and forth for a little while.
And then did Corey agree to bury him?
Yeah, we buried him.
That's right. The handwriting samples that Mr. Bloodworth asked you to identify. Is it fair to say that you organized an effort to gather a bunch of signatures of Eric's to compare with the signature, another signature to see if Corey, do you believe Corey forged his signature on something?
Yeah, it was for the civil lawsuit that we were going through. And yes, it was to see if that was his signature or not, because he had told me he did not sign it.
And you personally took responsibility for that effort of gathering those signatures, correct?
So my duty as personal representative is to look into any claim that the estate may have. So yes, I did.
And you sent that information to the prosecution team in this case?
I did not personally send it. No.
You did hire an expert to look at it, right?
Yeah.
And that
Yes,
was,
I just told you that's my fiduciary duty as a representative of my brother, so over his estate, to look into any claims that the estate has.
and who was the expert that you hired to look at those handwriting samples?
His last name's Throckmorton.
And it's Matthew Throckmorton,
I only ever met him once. I think his first name's Matthew. Yeah.
and you guys paid him a fee to do that?
I actually didn't pay him. My law firm did, but then it went on the bill, so I didn't directly pay him.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'm handing you a document that's been marked INPKRB3.
Okay.
Do you recognize that document?
I actually do not. I have not seen this before.
Okay, I'll take it back. Thank you so much. Did you pay other experts in connection with this investigation?
I did.
Who were the other experts you hired? Was Brooke Carrington one of them?
Your Honor, objection, point of clarification. When she says this investigation, the
Yeah.
criminal investigation or the civil investigation?
Provide a little more foundation, please.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm happy to. Did the trust hire a woman named Brooke Carrington to do a financial investigation on Kouri Richins?
It's really tricky. It would actually be the estate that did, not the trust that did.
Okay.
So Brooke Carrington worked for the estate.
And were you also in charge of the estate?
Correct. I am a personal representative for my brother.
And you personally paid Brooke Carrington?
Correct.
Okay, may I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
All right, I'm handing you another document asking if you've seen this before.
Yes.
KRB2. KRB2. What is that document?
So Brooke was a financial forensic accountant for us, looking into any claims that the estate would potentially have. So I paid her for her work on that.
And what is the amount that you paid Brooke Carrington?
$14,625.
And is that your signature on that check?
Yes.
Your Honor, I move to admit that as Exhibit 3003, Defense 3003.
No objection, Your Honor.
Defense 3003 is admitted.
Can we publish that to the jury, please?
Ready to go, Katie. One moment. There you go.
What's the date on that check?
6/21 of 23.
All right. And are you aware if that was after Kouri had been charged with this crime?
Let me think of dates really quick. Yes, it was after, because once Kouri had been charged, Brooke quit working for us, so she sent a bill and I paid the bill once.
And why did she quit working for you?
She started working for the state and we hired a different forensic accountant to work for the estate.
And who provided her name to the state as a potential expert?
I'm not sure.
That wasn't you?
I actually never even talked to any of the prosecution or anything before that. So no, it was not me. I did not even know who they were.
I'm sorry, you said you hadn't talked to the prosecution prior to June of 2023?
Prior to her being arrested.
Let me clarify to make sure that I don't impeach you for something you're not meaning to say.
Okay.
When you say the prosecution, you mean the actual people sitting at the table, not
Yeah.
their investigators.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Them.
Because you had talked a lot to the investigators prior to Kouri being arrested.
I had talked to investigators. I had never talked to these guys.
Totally fair. I just didn't want to come after
Sorry,
you.
I did.
Nope.
The difference.
I wanted-
Thank you.
I want it to be right. So to go back to that, you had talked a lot to the investigators that were investigating this case on the criminal side prior to Kouri being arrested.
I had talked to them.
And as a matter of fact, on March 21st of 2022, so before there was an official finding of Eric's cause of death, isn't it fair that you sent an email to the chief detective, the same one you talked to in the driveway or outside the house, with the timeline of everything suspicious that Kouri had done in the last multiple years?
I can't remember the exact dates.
Okay, let me approach. May I approach, Your Honor?
Oh, sorry, yes. Counsel, I trust you folks. You can have leave to approach the witness as needed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, I'm showing you a document that's been marked as KRB6. Just take a second, as much as you need, and tell me if you recognize that document. Okay, do you recognize that document?
Yes.
And is that the email that I was just talking about that you sent to Detective Woody on March 21st of 2022?
Correct.
And attached to that email is what you called a timeline, is that right?
Correct.
How many pages is that timeline you provided to Detective
know.
Woody?
Nine, if I'm counting right.
Okay. What was your purpose for sending that timeline to Detective Woody?
Because I'm not a detective. Eric's death was suspicious. So I wanted to get it to the professionals.
And everything in there is about Kouri, right?
No, not everything.
Did you identify anyone else you thought might have been involved in Eric's death in this timeline?
It talks about.
Don't read it because it's not in evidence, but you can just generally talk about the topics.
I know it talks about Lisa in there. I saw as I was flipping through it, talked about Ronnie's fiance or girlfriend, Bree. Talks about a lot of different people.
All right. And that timeline goes back years, probably. Is that fair? Does it start way before he died?
Yeah, 2016.
So you go all the way back to 2016 in the information you gave the investigators.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And then do you remember shortly after that you did some investigation into Kouri's business online and forwarded that to an investigator? Do you remember doing that?
I did not personally do the investigation, but if you show it to me, I can definitely tell you.
Okay. All right. May I approach her? I forgot. Sorry. It's habit. That's federal court. I'm handing you, it's been marked for identification as KRB 11. See if that refreshes your memory a little bit. Is that your email address?
Correct, it is.
So that's you forwarding to the investigator background information on Kouri's businesses?
Correct.
All right. And then do you also remember forwarding on March 28th to the same investigator reporting that Kouri had asked for her wedding ring back from the medical examiner and you thought that was suspicious? Remember doing that?
Can you show me the email
Sure.
again?
Showing you KRB 12 and see if that refreshes your memory a little bit.
Thanks. Not her wedding ring, my brother's.
I'm sorry, what ring that he wore
Correct.
on his finger. And she was asking for it back, right?
Correct.
And you thought the detective should maybe test the ring, or you thought that was suspicious and you reported that?
Yeah.
Okay. Also in there, you talk about ring cameras. Did you share ring camera information with the investigators?
I did not have the ring camera information.
Okay. Do you remember in May of 2022 suggesting with the officers, the investigating officer, that Kouri may have tried to kill your brother on Valentine's Day with
Yes.
a sandwich?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my brother talked to me about it.
As far as you know, had that information ever been imparted to them before you gave that to them?
I would have no way of knowing that.
Okay, fair. Did you also do some online sleuthing into her mom's Venmo and Susan Kohler's Venmo?
I did not personally.
Did you forward that information to the investigators to use in their
Can I
investigation?
see the
Sure.
email, please?
Yep. I'm showing you KRB 14 with an email dated April 25th. Does that look like your email address?
Correct.
Okay. So the answer is yes, you did that?
Yeah.
All right.
Your Honor, objection, in this case, the email, there was no sleuthing into Susan Kohler's Venmo, it was just into Lisa Darden's.
I'm sorry, it does mention Susan. You want to see it again?
Do you want to just show the jury what it says instead of just talking about it?
Sure. I move to admit the exhibit. And Katie, can you pull that up?
Any objection, Mr. Bloodworth?
No objection.
Give me the number one more time, Ms. Nestor.
It would be 3004.
Okay. So this will be D3004. This is, for the record, an April 25, 2022 email from an email address in bold print indicated as Richins Benson. We'll publish it now.
Can you blow that up, please, so Jerry can see it? You see that there you were looking into two different people's Venmo accounts, Susan Kohler and Lisa Darden?
Yeah, those are the two people that are on there.
And you also investigated the background of Susan Kohler and shared that with the prosecutor,
I did not personally.
but you forwarded it.
Correct.
Okay. At some point, didn't you also get access to Kouri's banking records?
Not for a long time down the road.
Okay. May I approach, Your Honor? Oh, gosh, I'm gonna quit doing that. I swear. My brain's wired that way. I'm showing you a letter that's marked for identification as KRB 16. A letter dated November 7th of 2022, which was a few months after Eric died. Can you just read that for a minute and tell me if you remember that letter?
Honestly, I've never seen this before.
Okay, totally fair.
Do you want me to keep reading the whole thing?
If you can't identify it, that's
Okay.
fine. I thought you might have read it.
Uh-uh.
Do you remember being asked how you obtained Kouri's private bank records without her permission? Did anyone ever confront you about that?
I think we're talking about two different things. The only bank records or banking that we have received is through the litigation for the civil lawsuit when the trust was granted a constructive trust.
And
so that's the only thing.
So in your role as trustee, you went about to get her private banking records?
No, it's all litigation and it's really hard for me to go through it. I mean, my lawyer's here. He can speak to it a lot better than I can.
Definitely don't want you to have to become one of us, so don't worry about it. You also had multiple interviews with the Summit County investigators. They came to your house once and interviewed you, is that right?
Correct.
And you also interviewed with Detective Woody, I think here or in this area, in this complex somewhere.
Correct.
And you also had multiple phone conversations with the prosecution, all this before Kouri was arrested. Is that right? I mean, we just looked at a bunch of emails.
We have to be more precise. Precision matters in this business.
Is it fair
The
to,
prosecution
I'll withdraw.
Is different. The prosecution may mean different things.
I'll rephrase it, Your Honor. I'm happy to.
Thank you.
It was a little confusing, so let me try that again. Is it fair to say you had regular communication with the investigators in the criminal case almost immediately after your brother's death, even before they got into the house and after?
I did talk to the detectives, yes.
Okay, just a minute. Were there occasions where you sent potential witness names and contact information to the investigators on the criminal side?
That was in the email you sent. There were some names.
Okay. Do you remember, oh, I'll strike that. Because you were the trustee of the home, you guys were in charge of, well, let me rephrase it this way. How long did Kouri stay in the house after her husband died?
Till her arrest, I believe on May 8th of 2023.
So for that year, Kouri remained in the home with her boys. Is that right?
Correct.
Right. After that, you became in charge of maintaining the home once Kouri was arrested. Is that right?
I did before as well too. I fixed water leaks, paid off the mortgage, stuff like that.
Right. And you fixed a water leak in that house on Willow Court?
Correct.
When was that?
It was in February. It was when it was January or February. There was a ton of snow on the ground. So I had to pay people to shovel all the snow to get down to it.
Okay. And that was Kouri and Eric's home?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, at the trust house.
Got it. I understand. During that time, were there times where law enforcement needed access to the house to search it?
Are you talking after?
After Kouri's arrest, sorry.
Yes, yes.
All right. About how many times did you guys have to provide access to law enforcement to search that house?
I don't know off the top of my head.
If I were to say around 10, 11 times, does that sound completely out of bounds or does that sound about right?
So I put my husband over all of that. So I'm not going to have the best knowledge of that.
So that would be your husband,
Correct.
right? But the private investigator that you guys hired answered to you, right? Not your husband.
He was hired by the estate,
So he communicated with you directly.
both me and my husband.
Did you give him unfettered access to the house?
No,
How many times would you say that investigator was in that house?
that's going to be better to ask my husband as well too. My husband went with him every time.
Totally fair. Did you guys have the video equipment set up inside the house?
Like cameras to
Yes.
monitor? Yeah.
When did you guys put that in there?
I apologize, but that is also better to ask my husband. He was over all of that.
All right. Court's indulgence for just a moment, Your Honor. Just a moment, Your Honor. I'm so sorry. Just one more moment. I'm almost done. You're almost there. You've done a good job. So do you remember when you retained Todd Gabler to investigate Kouri Richins?
The exact date, I can't remember. I think it was at the beginning of April of 2022. Could have been in March. I don't
within a
have the
couple
exact
of
date with
weeks-
me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh,
I
sorry.
apologize.
No, yeah,
Within a couple of weeks of Eric's death.
correct.
At some point, did you guys plan a celebration of life for Eric beyond the funeral, like a celebration of life?
No, did I? No,
Yes.
No.
You weren't
We had-
involved in that?
no, we had the funeral.
Okay. And just one moment, I need to check one date. What was the date of Eric's funeral?
I'm really sorry if I'm wrong, but I think it was the. Let's see, I have to see a calendar. I think it's March 11th.
So
I think.
within a week or so of his death, probably, give or take.
Yeah, it was quick after.
And wasn't there a celebration of life on April 1st? Do you remember that? Were you involved in that at all?
No, no.
Okay, totally fair. Ms. Richins Benson, that is all we have. I'm sorry for your loss, and thank you for answering our questions.
Thank you.
Mr. Bloodworth, any redirect within the scope of cross?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Please.
Ms. Richins Benson, you just discussed with,
Trying to get ahead of the game, Scott. I don't know what caused that, but let's avoid that in the future. Keep going, Mr. Bloodworth.
okay, Ms. Richins Benson, you just testified in response to the defense questioning about a civil lawsuit.
Correct.
Did the civil lawsuits begin on March the 28th, 2022, about 3 weeks after Eric's death?
That is when it was filed. It was threatened very quickly after Eric's death.
And who filed the lawsuit?
Kouri did.
Against who?
Against me as trustee of the trust.
And to defend against that lawsuit on behalf of the trust.
Correct.
You employ Mr. Throckmorton, or your lawyers employ Mr. Throckmorton and Ms. Carrington.
Correct.
And then Kouri Richins was arrested on May 8th, 2023.
Correct.
After May 8th, 2023, did the estate or the trust employ Mr. Throckmorton or Ms. Carrington?
No.
The defense counsel asked you about a timeline where you presented certain information to the investigators, right? The
Correct.
detectives. And they referenced that information related to some financial information.
Correct.
Did that include your reporting that Eric went to get money from his bank and found an empty bank account?
Correct.
Did you also report that Kouri signed his signature on a $250,000 home equity loan against his house without his knowledge?
Correct. And that's what I told the detective that day.
And did you also tell them that Eric found multiple credit cards pulled in his name that he had nothing to do with?
Correct.
And that he talked to a divorce attorney?
At this point,
Correct.
We're gonna renew our 401, 403, 404B. I'm also stating for the record that I think he's now kicked the door wide open. I want to recross on all the things I would have had in my direct because it all deals with this stuff.
You're gonna have to have a longer conversation about the last piece. Your
Okay.
401 and 402 objections are overruled.
And 404B. All the financial stuff that we've litigated already. I think I have to do it when he tries to put the evidence in.
I know, but please approach for a minute.
Stupid rabbit. Go scream in the corner now.
Ms. Richins-Benson, do you still have some water?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Bloodworth, your next question, please.
Did you also provide the police with information on Eric meeting with a divorce attorney, Christina Miller,
Yes, correct.
and Eric meeting with a trust and estates attorney, Crystal Bowman Carter?
Yes, I did.
And did you provide the police with information about a separate house rented in Oakley, Utah?
Yes.
Did you provide the police with information about a change in life insurance beneficiaries?
Yes, I did.
Did you provide the police with information on friends of the defendants and Eric's that they should potentially interview?
Correct.
Did you provide the police with information about a discussion involving the trust and control of the house 2 days after Eric died?
Correct. You're referring to the altercation on that, right?
I am.
Okay. Yeah.
Then did you provide some information to the police regarding, I think you mentioned earlier, like a demand notice as it relates to the civil lawsuit?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Nestor, why don't you perform any recross that you think is within the scope of that redirect? We'll take a break, have an additional conversation.
Thanks, Your Honor. I'll be happy to. I need to grab that back.
No problem.
Email.
Don't like recrosses. They're not necessary.
Okay, so just to put in perspective, which has happened, all those things Mr. Bloodworth talked about that you told the police about, we're talking about March 21st, before y'all even know how Eric died, right?
Correct.
And he talked to you about a HELOC, is that right?
Correct.
And what's a HELOC? Tell us what that is, what it stands for. Do you know what it stands for?
I do not know what it stands for.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
What do you know it to be?
Like a home equity loan.
That's what it stands for.
Okay.
Home equity line of credit. Does that
Okay.
sound familiar? Okay. So tell me as far as the HELOC goes,
Mhm.
it's your belief that Kouri got one of those on the house without Eric's knowing about it, right?
Correct. Eric told me.
And one of the documents that you executed as trustee, when you became trustee of the trust, was something called a durable power of attorney. Do you remember that?
That I executed.
I'm using fancy lawyer words. I'm
Sorry.
sorry. A document you had to sign, where the trust gives you power of attorney over all of
Okay.
Eric's assets. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, I was his power of attorney.
Right.
Yeah. I
And
don't
that
think it
was-
was durable. I think it was power of attorney.
Just leave that word out. It doesn't even matter. All right. So you had a power of attorney, and that was before Eric died, right?
That I had a power of attorney
Uh-huh.
before Eric died.
To be trustee, if he ever did die. Do you remember?
I would have to ask my lawyer that too.
No
I am
worries.
sorry because I know all of it's very different, and
No worries. I don't want to turn you into lawyer up there. Okay. This is actually really important.
okay.
So there was a time where you had to revoke all prior power of attorneys that were granted by Eric in order for you to have the final power of attorney, right? Do you remember that?
Is that on like the letter's testimony, or you would have to show it to me?
I
I'm
will.
sorry.
Let me pull it up. Katie, do you have the revocation? Yeah, just a minute. Let me look at what the number is. It's KRB 5 or 6. This one, it's probably, do you see it? The revocation? Okay, can you pull that up on the screen? Only for, Your Honor, we only want to show this to the witness and counsel
Understood.
for right now.
That document is in front of the witness and counsel.
Do you see the document?
Yeah, so that's something my brother signed to revoke any power of attorneys after he found out that she used his. That's not something I've signed.
Your Honor,
That's-
I'm sorry, objection. The copy
don't-
I'm looking at is not signed by anybody.
Yeah,
That's-
and this one's
that's
not
okay.
signed.
Well,
Yeah.
I can follow up on what you just said because it sounds like you know what I'm talking about.
Do you have an objection?
I just want to make sure we're looking at the same document. She said signed, and I'm not seeing.
Oh,
You
okay.
two are looking at the same document.
Yeah,
Whether it's the same document.
It's not signed,
pause
Brad. That
for-
was my bad.
Pause for 1 moment for indicating. Whether Ms. Nestor's referring to a different document, I don't know.
Understood.
I think I can clear all this up, and I don't really care too much about the document itself. I'm trying to
Okay.
refresh your memory. It sounds like it's refreshed. So you remember that Eric had to revoke power of attorneys that Kouri had previously had.
Yes, Eric did revoke it.
And you remember what that means is she had a previous power of attorney from Eric. Is that right?
She did have her previous power of attorney, but he did not know that she used it and
Okay.
took out the money.
But the power of attorney she had, and he was upset about it and wanted to revoke it so she couldn't do it again. Is
But-
that fair?
No, to be fair, he said he never signed that one. So there's a lot of litigation on if that's actually proper or not, because he said he did not sign that one. But she did have the
Your
signature
Honor,
on
hold
it.
on just a minute.
Yeah.
Your Honor, we did not ask her to say what Eric said specifically. I would ask that we strike that, or at least tell the jury it's for purposes of why she did what she did and not to take her for truth of the matter.
So let's be careful here. There have been times when Ms. Richins Benson has given an explanation for why she did or didn't do a thing, and that may have included her recollection of what Eric Richins told her. Those comments so far are inadmissible hearsay that cannot be considered for their truth as to whether Eric actually did those things or not, or thought those things or not. Rather, they can only be considered as context for why Ms. Richins Benson, as the listener, the hearer of those comments, did or didn't do whatever she did or didn't do next.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that clarification. So to go back, it's your understanding, I just want to I'm not going to beat a dead horse here, but I'm hearing you say that you knew that there was a previous power of attorney that had been given to Kouri, whether Eric signed it, didn't sign it, that there was a dispute about that. And at some point before he died, he said, I'm going to revoke all previous power of attorneys, including that one.
Yes.
That's what I needed. Thank you very much. Also, Mr. Bloodworth just asked you about Eric seeing a divorce attorney. Do you remember when that was?
The dates and everything, it was in 2020.
So
It was before he did his will,
about 2 years before he passed, he saw a divorce attorney, right?
a year and a half.
And is it true that you or your husband are the person who set that meeting up with the divorce attorney?
Correct?
Which one of you?
My husband.
And did you just know this person? So you're like, hey, use this lady, or why were you involved in that?
I wasn't. I just said it was my husband. So you'd have to ask him on that.
Totally
Sorry.
fair. Also, Your Honor, because, may I approach just to be safe?
Yeah.
When you were previously being questioned by me, I asked you a question and we decided we weren't going to go into that, but we are going to go into it now. So I'm going to ask it very specific, okay? Did Kouri ever ask the trust to pay her any money in the year after Eric's death, separate from the litigation? Did she ask you to make any disbursements to her or the boys in the year after Eric died as trustee?
Not that I can remember.
That's all I have, Your Honor. And we will fully release this witness. She can remain in the courtroom for the remainder of the trial.
Mr. Bloodworth, any additional questions for Ms. Richins Benson?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
You're welcome to step down.
Okay,
Thank you. Watch your step, please.
I'm okay, just go sit.
Yes. Let's see, counsel, should we take a brief restroom break before the next witness? Not knowing how long the next one will take, Mr. Bloodworth.
Your Honor, the state will probably need 20 minutes.
Folks want a restroom break? Want to stretch your legs? Nobody, everybody's shaking their head no. Okay, let's keep rolling.
All right. Your Honor, the state calls Clint Benson.
All right. Mr. Benson. Mr. Benson, good afternoon. If you'd step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in, sir. Thank you.
You're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury.
You can drag it around, whatever's comfortable.
Sounds good. There we go.
Mr. Burmester, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you please state your full name and spell your last name for the record?
Yes, Clinton Benson, Benson.
Sir, are you employed?
I am.
How are you employed?
I'm employed by Salt Lake County. I'm their real estate operations and asset manager. I manage their portfolio of 1,700 parcels and about a $5 billion portfolio.
Do you have any other licenses or, licenses? Let's go with that.
I do. Yes, I'm a licensed realtor as well as licensed appraiser.
I see. You are married to Katie Richins Benson.
Yes,
And did you know Eric
I did.
and Kouri?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the address of 282 Willow Court Road?
I am.
How are you familiar with that?
That is one of our prior homes and Eric Richins' home.
Okay. So you lived in it beforehand,
Yes, we did.
and then what happened?
We sold the home to Eric Richins.
After Eric died, where did Kouri and the kids live?
Corey and the kids lived at Eric's home at the 282 Willow Court address.
Okay. And then after May 8th, who was responsible for securing that address?
That was me.
Okay. And what did you do to secure that home?
So on May 8th, I arranged for a locksmith to come and change all the locks. I also arranged for a private security company to come out and watch the home until we could get internet service provided, as well as install cameras around the property.
Okay. Once you had the internet, what happened then?
That was when we could install the cameras. The cameras require an internet access in order to record.
I see. And how long did that take before you got the cameras installed?
That was as quickly as possible. So we had private security there. We had private security there for 2 days until we could get that internet up and running.
Was there a person there 24/7?
There was. Yeah.
Did you take any other efforts to make sure no one entered that home?
I also taped doors throughout the property, so then I would know if a door was open and closed.
Okay. Now, did you have any real-time notice if there was some disturbance or something?
I did. So those cameras would send my cell phone a notice anytime something was tripped. So that included even something as small as bug movement would trigger on the phone. So I'd be watching that.
So did you get a lot of notices?
There was a lot of notices. Yep.
Okay. What did you do upon receiving a notice?
Receiving a notice, I would of course, pull up the footage. I'd review it, make sure there was not a person that was trying to access the home. And at that point, then I would, if there was no one trying to access it, then of course I would close it down.
Okay. If there was somebody?
I would immediately call law enforcement.
Okay. Did you ever have to call law enforcement?
I did.
Okay. Did they show up?
They did within minutes.
Are you aware of any entry to the house? Let me back up. Is there a separate garage?
There is a separate detached garage.
Okay. Are you aware of any unauthorized entry of the home or the detached garage during the time you were in charge of security?
No, there was no entry.
Were there occasions when authorized personnel needed or wanted to make entry?
There was.
Who would that have been?
It would be the sheriff's personnel, and they would arrange through me if they needed to access the home.
Were there occasions when you yourself went in?
There was.
Tell me about that.
So I would go in the home if the kids, meaning Carter, Ashton, or Weston, if they had requested a specific item. So they still did have clothing in the home, as well as some sentimental items, trophies, things like that they wanted in the home.
And so, how did that work? Just you did it, and no one else, or?
It was primarily me. Occasionally, there was one instance where there was a live animal in the home. Carter did have a lizard, so I had to have help to carry that out of the home. So I had a family member help me do that.
Okay, but always you were there?
Yes.
Okay. And were there occasions when, I think there's been mention about Todd Gabler, do you know him?
Yes.
Was there times when he asked to have entry?
Yes,
Were you with him?
I was.
Okay. How about defense attorneys or investigators? Did they have access?
Yes, we would. If they did request access, we would go with them to go through the home.
When you were going through the house, did you ever, not through the house, when you were inside the house on any occasion, did you ever see a missionary journal?
I do recall a missionary journal. Their master bedroom had a large master closet that was
Excuse me.
attached.
Who's they?
Kouri and Eric.
Okay.
Yep. So the master bedroom had a large closet that was attached, and
Okay.
I believe it was on the right side of that closet.
Okay. This journal was?
Yes,
Okay. Do you know whether Eric went on a mission?
he did go on a mission.
During your time in the home, either during this period or other occasions, did you see some written coupons?
I did. Yeah,
Where did you see those?
in the master bedroom.
When did you see that? Do you recall?
I
Approximately.
don't recall when
After-
I saw it.
After May 8th, 23?
Correct. Yep.
I see. I'd like to turn your attention to October, November of 2020. Were you present with Katie when there was a phone call from Eric? I
was.
Okay. And could you hear the phone conversation?
I could. She had it on speakerphone.
I see. You had met Eric prior to that. I mean, you had known him for some years
Yes.
before that.
Yes.
So could you tell what his demeanor was like?
I could. He was extremely duressed. I mean, he was really upset.
Um, angry upset or sad upset or a little bit of both? I mean,
It was a combination of both.
I see. Did he explain to you why he was upset? I'm not asking you what he said. I'm asking, did he explain why he was upset?
Yes.
Okay. Having heard that, did you do something to assist with the situation?
I did. Yeah,
What
I
did you do?
I knew he was on his way over to our home after overhearing the conversation with Katie. In the amount of time it took him to get from where he was to our house, I was able to pull up the Summit County website, the recorder's website, where I could pull up the property address as well as the parcel ID and be able to view all of the recorded documents against the home.
I see. And when you looked at that, did you find something that concerned you about the 282 Willow Court?
I did.
And what was that?
I found a $250,000 home equity line of credit that was taken out against Eric's house.
Did you pass that information on to Eric?
Yes.
After that conversation, that passing of that information, can you relate to us Eric's demeanor from that point?
Yeah, his demeanor was still very upset and very sad in general. So,
do you know what he did following that?
what he did following that, so we had a discussion about divorce attorneys while he was there as a result of finding out about that line of credit.
So, how did you suggest a name?
I did.
Okay. Was that on request, or were you encouraging?
It was on request, and so I mean, obviously Eric was extremely upset about what was happening, and it was just that conversation we were having where it was the next step would be to get a divorce attorney involved.
And so, did you suggest a name?
I did.
Who was that?
Christina Miller.
Did you work out a system of communication between Christina Miller and Eric?
I did.
And what was that? Could you just describe it?
So I was an intermediary. So I would handle phone calls as well as emails back and forth. So Eric, they had requested certain amounts of information from Eric, and I would handle that passage of information.
Okay. Okay. Holding here, believe we called it 8-49, Your Honor. And I overheard we have continuing permission.
Please.
I'm going to hand the witness State's Exhibit 8-49. I'd like to direct your attention to tab 13. Do you recognize what's there at tab 13?
I do.
Could you describe what it is?
It's a customer cash payment authorization form. It's a Ford paperwork.
Okay. Do you know where it came from?
Yes, it came from the Heber Ford dealership.
Do you know, did you get it?
I did. I picked this up.
Okay. And once you picked that paperwork up, what did you do with it?
I gave it to Katie.
Okay. Does it have Eric's signature on it?
It does.
Okay. All right. I'd like you to direct your attention to tab 15. Do you recognize that?
I do.
Is that a photograph?
This is a photograph.
Yeah, of the journal you spoke about earlier?
Yep.
That's that same one that you'd seen in the house.
Correct. I saw the front cover of it. It's a much smaller book.
Okay. All right, let's turn to tab 16, please. Do you recognize that?
I do.
What is it?
It's coupons.
You had mentioned earlier that you had seen some coupons in the house.
Yes.
Are those the ones?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Hungry? You wouldn't eat your breakfast.
I'm going to direct your attention back to March 4th
That's it. You're
of
hungry?
2022. My understanding is that you were at home in the middle of the night and the daughter was sick. Is that correct?
Yes. My youngest daughter had the stomach flu.
Okay. And you or Katie received a phone call?
Yes. Katie received a phone call.
What did you do after that?
We literally ran out of the house, left the doors open, jumped in the car, and drove over, honestly, as quick as we could. So
When you got to the house, what happened?
when we got to the house, Katie went in. I stayed outside for a little while just because I had my daughters with me. I have two young daughters, but and then after that point, we ended up going into the home.
When you first entered the home, did you see anything unusual?
My number one priority was taking care of the kids, my two daughters as well as the boys. So I mean, I noticed some hand movements that Kouri was making, which seemed to me unusual. But
Had you ever seen those hand movements before?
No.
Could you demonstrate for the jury what you saw?
Simply like that, didn't seem to me to be an unconscious tremor, but it just almost like just an intentional movement.
Once you were in the house, where did you go next?
I went up the steps up to the bonus room that Eric had.
Okay. Who was up there?
It was Carter, Ashton, Weston, and then my two daughters.
Okay. Did other adults come in and go out during the course of the morning?
They did.
At some point, were you aware that the medical personnel, the transportation personnel were moving Eric's body from the house to their truck?
We could hear that. Yep.
Okay. So what was happening at that moment?
So that basically those 4 hours, I was up with the kids. We were watching movies, playing games, doing things like that, trying to keep them occupied. Then we could hear the medical personnel leaving the home. I tried to stop the kids from going to the window, but I mean, given 5 kids up in that room, I mean, it was almost impossible. But
Was your daughter still ill at this time?
She is. Yep, she was vomiting on the floor. But
Okay.
but yeah, so I stopped the kids from going to the window. They went to the window, and I think that was when they first saw their dad being wheeled out of the home and knew that he had passed.
Okay, you said they.
Yeah.
Can you just use names to make sure we understand who it is you're talking
I
about?
apologize. Yep.
No, you don't have to apologize. It just
So that was Carter and Ashton
okay.
were the two main.
All right. And so what did you see?
So they saw Eric being wheeled out and put into the ambulance.
Did Carter say anything or do anything?
Carter's response was,
why don't we focus on do first?
Yes. Did Carter do something or not?
his response was somewhat just level-headed. He knew at that point his dad was gone.
Okay. How about Ashton's response? What was
Ashton's his response was totally different. He just broke down and he was extremely upset.
that like? Okay. were you present for any requests by anyone, including Katie or yourself or anyone else, of Kouri to inform the boys about what had happened or the status of their father?
Sorry, can you say that question again?
Did you hear anyone ask Kouri to tell the boys that their father had passed?
I did.
That morning, after that, did you hear Kouri Richins talk about her plans with C&E?
I did.
Tell the court about that.
She had what sounded like what I would say would be a fully baked plan of what she was going to do with that company as of that morning. She was going to have, his name's TJ Pellegrino, I believe is his name, but she was going to have him take over running Eric's company alongside with Cody Wright.
I see. Can I have one moment, Your Honor?
Of course.
I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis.
Good afternoon, Mr. Benson.
Good afternoon.
I believe we've met, but I'm Wendy Lewis, one of Kouri's attorneys. Let's go back to 2012 for a moment. You said that that was when you sold the home, you and your wife sold the home to Eric, correct?
Correct.
And Eric and Kouri were living together at that time, correct?
I believe so. I can't say for sure, but I
Okay.
believe so.
Well, when Eric moved into the home, Kouri moved into the home with him, correct?
I believe so.
And they were married less than a year after moving into that home together.
Yes, that sounds correct.
All right. So that home was always lived in by both Eric and Kouri from the time Eric took possession of it, correct?
From the time of possession, did they live in that home the entire time together?
All right. Yes. Did they live in that home as their primary home? Not talking about when maybe some of them stayed somewhere else, but was that their primary home together from 2012 until the time of his death?
I am aware that Kouri had leased a home in Oakley where she was going to live separately for a period of time. So I can't answer that. I know for certain that they've both lived in that home the entire time.
Are you aware that Kouri never did live in another home during that period?
No.
Right. So you talked about then at that same, well, not that same time frame. You talked about then in 2020 that you helped Eric hire a divorce attorney.
Yes.
So 2 years before his death, you talked about it was that he'd found out some information he was upset about with Kouri, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And so you reached out to Christina Miller. You sent an email to her, correct?
Yes, I did.
Asking if she would represent your brother-in-law, correct?
I asked if she would be willing to represent him. So.
All right. And you set up the appointment for him.
Yes.
Did you attend the appointment with him?
I did not.
All right. But you described yourself as an intermediary, but wasn't it decided that all correspondence would be between you and the attorney, not between Eric and the attorney?
That's incorrect. Eric did attend in-person meetings with Christina that I was not there for.
Yeah, I understand.
The-
My question was not in-person meetings, all correspondence by email, for example.
Yes.
And all documentation that the lawyer requested from Eric was sent by you, correct?
As far as documentation that I knew about, Eric may have sent additional documentation that I didn't know about, but anything that I was aware of, I did send.
All right, so as far as you know, all documentation was sent by you.
As far as I know of documentation that I was informed about, I did send that correspondence.
Understood. And you were the one to gather up the documents from Eric, correct?
It would depend on if it was an in-person meeting or not. If Eric did something in person, I do not know what documentation he brought to Christina.
All right. Let's just take a step back. Did you send the documentation to the divorce lawyer that was requested?
Yes.
All right. And is it fair to say you were doing this because Eric didn't want Kouri to know he was considering a divorce at that time? Fair?
Eric was aware that Kouri was watching his emails and didn't want her to know.
So he didn't want her to know he was considering divorce.
I can't speak for him, so I don't know exactly what he was thinking at that moment.
All right, but he asked all the correspondence be with you and not with him. Email and things being anything sent, either email or mail, was all done by you.
I can't say in general all correspondence.
I
So we
understand.
got to clarify that. It's only correspondence that I am aware of. So whatever Eric did outside of my knowledge, I can't answer that.
I understand that. And you're not aware of any other correspondence that Eric did. You're just not aware.
No, the divorce attorney would be the best source for that information.
All right. And we'll get a chance to talk to her. So anyway, but ultimately, Eric decided that he was not going to divorce Kouri, correct?
Correct.
And nothing came of these meetings and correspondence, correct?
Well, because of the trust was created because of this correspondence. So
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
yeah, so I recommended Christina Miller as the divorce attorney. She recommended Crystal Bowman to manage and write Eric's trust.
I understand that. But nothing happened as far as a divorce, correct?
They did not get divorced, no.
Right. Fair to say that at that time, you and your family, or at least you and Katie, were supportive of him divorcing Ms. Richins. Fair?
We were supportive of Eric no matter what the arrangement was. We were supportive while they were married. We were supportive of the divorce as well. So that was his choice.
All right. Now I want to talk about, jump to May of 2023. This is when you took control of the home on Willow Creek. Is that right, Willow Creek? Did I say that right?
Yep.
It
Yeah,
is
Willow
Willow
Creek.
Creek. All right. And you said you had the locks changed. Was that immediately?
As quick as the locksmith could get there.
All right. So within
With,
the week.
no, within a matter of hours, that
Hours.
locksmith was there.
And then you had cameras installed.
I installed the cameras.
You
Yep.
did that yourself.
I had the help of a family member.
All right. And you installed cameras
What's wrong with him,
outside the
Jill?
home
Cameras outside as well as inside the home.
as well as inside.
I think it's
Is
right
that-
in your cut.
Well, is that the only time cameras were
We're
installed? Were they
tear down.
all installed at that time? Or were there cameras that then were installed later, additional cameras?
There's a substantial amount of cameras. The cameras, as cameras needed more batteries, things to swap out, things like that, I had to have a replacement. And so I did add an additional camera here and there in order to have a replacement on site. So yeah, I mean, I'd say that the original bulk were were installed, and then later on I would add supplemental cameras for more redundancy, batteries, things like that.
All right. Both inside and outside.
Correct.
When was the last time the cameras were installed in the home?
Do you mean the bulk of the cameras, or if I brought in another camera?
When was the very last time you installed any cameras in the home or outside the home, to be clear?
That would have been years ago. I mean, it's been a long time.
All right. Now, you said that whenever someone needed to enter the home, you went with them.
Yes.
That's true. So every single time someone has entered that home, you have been present?
Yes.
Now, law enforcement has entered that home many times since May of 2023, correct?
Yes.
And each time there was more than one law enforcement officer that entered the home.
Yes, I believe so. You'd have to check their records.
All right. And they came to execute search warrants on the home.
Yes.
Do you recall how many times they searched the home between 2023 and today?
I don't have an exact number. They would have a better record.
If I told you 10,
It seems reasonable.
does that seem reasonable?
Mhm.
And when was, well, the last time they searched that home was 2 weeks ago, I believe today, correct?
Yes.
So almost 4 years after Mr. Richins' death, law enforcement is still searching the home.
Yes.
Are you aware if they removed things from the home every time they came into the home?
I'm not aware. You'd have to check their records.
Yeah, I'm just asking if you were aware.
They removed, typically as a result of a search warrant, I would think they would have removed items each time.
All right. And you, well, you were there, correct?
Yes.
All right. So you saw them removing items from the home.
I would receive a search warrant and they would write the items that they were there to pick up.
Okay.
So I can't tell you for sure every time they left if they left with that item.
All right, makes sense. Now, there have been other people in the home besides law enforcement.
Yes.
People have been into the home to collect belongings for the boys, correct?
Not people. It would primarily be me as well as occasionally it would primarily just be me. I believe in one instance I had a family member help me carry some clothing out of the home, but that's it.
There was a family friend who came in and early on and removed things from the home, true? Or a distant relative.
I wouldn't say removed things. So anything that was taken out of that home was all the children's belongings. So it would be their clothing, if they requested a trophy, if they wanted a fish out of the home that was a stuffed fish, for example. So those would be the items that would have sentimental value that the
Sure.
kids had wanted out of the home. And that would be me. So they would give me the items that they had wanted. I would go pick them up, and then I would take them.
But it was new
All right.
though.
Okay, let's move to Mr. Gabler. Mr. Gabler, this is the private investigator that you and the family hired, correct?
Yes. Mr. Gabler was hired by Crystal Bowman for the estate.
For the estate. And, but he was paid out of the trust.
No.
Well, Ms. Bowman didn't pay him, correct?
Yeah, he was initially paid by myself.
So you personally paid him at first.
Yes,
And eventually he was paid out of the trust, correct?
correct.
He was paid at least $100,000 out of the trust, correct?
Bye, Jill.
Correct. You'll have the records. So.
All right. The trust that the three boys are the beneficiary of, correct?
The three boys are the beneficiary. Yes.
Okay. But that money was used to pay for an investigator. Fair?
Fair in regard to, in regard to ongoing litigation, that would be it. So
Understood.
Oh, Belle, you scared the crud out of me. What? What are you barking at?
Do you recall when Mr. Gabler was hired? How shortly after
Don't do
Eric
that.
Richins' death?
believe it was
Oh, you don't
maybe a little over a month after.
All
around a
right.
month.
And part of what he did as your private investigator was to look into Kouri Richins' background. True?
True.
And he looked into everything about her business, correct?
Todd did not directly look into her business, but he in general looked into her background.
Well, he interviewed people about her business, true?
I believe so. I'm not aware. He did his own reporting.
Well, you were very involved in what Mr. Gabler was investigating, fair to say?
Yes.
And you knew that he was investigating Kouri in order to try and come up with something that would result in criminal charges, fair?
No, that's not fair.
That's not fair.
No.
Well,
Todd,
isn't it? I'm
Todd
sorry.
investigated for the truth. He made it clear that no matter what, we had to be comfortable with the truth, no matter what that answer is.
And the truth that you were looking for was information to charge Kouri Richins.
I'll let him answer that. Ask that, then, excuse me, I'll let him answer that, and then we need to move on. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, sorry, you can ask the
The
question.
truth you were looking for was evidence to charge Kouri Richins.
That's false.
All right. However, Mr. Gabler was supplying evidence to Summit County investigators at least as early as November of 2022, correct?
I don't know the exact date.
Well, when he would send information to investigators, would he copy you on those emails?
I don't recall if I received all correspondence with that. I couldn't tell you exactly.
Did you receive correspondence?
I did.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Of course.
So what time is it there?
Defense counsel showed me the
The
document
document.
she's going to present.
Any objection?
No,
Okay.
Mr. Benson, if you could just take a look at this. Don't
Yeah.
read it out loud. Just
Okay.
take a look at it.
Okay.
Do you see the date on that, Mr. Benson?
I do.
So let me ask again. As early as November of 2022, Mr. Gabler was sending information to Summit County Sheriff's Officer, to the investigators, detectives in this case, about Kouri's possible involvement in her husband's death. True?
Correct.
And you were copied on that.
Yes.
All right.
Would now be an appropriate time to take a short restroom break, Ms. Lewis.
That would be fine.
Okay,
Yes.
folks, let's stretch our legs. Please rise for the jury.
Roger Rabbit's fixing to go nude because I'm getting tired of these stupid pants.
All right, have a seat. Thank you. Mr. Benson, would you do me a favor?
Yes.
Would you stretch your legs, use the restroom if you want, but don't talk to anybody.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, thank you.
We'll call you back in when it's your time.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you. Leave all that there. Yep. All right, we're still on the record. Ms. Lewis, to head off a potential series of objections from the state, would you give me a preview of the categories of information that are left in your outline for Mr. Benson?
I think it's all based on what was on direct. Is Mr. Gabler being in and out of the home, other things about people being in and out of the home, and then the night of, or the night day of March 4th, following up on some of the questions they asked.
What he witness perceived didn't do during that time frame?
What he perceived, yes. that
Okay.
sort of thing.
All right. Any concerns, Mr. Burmester?
No, not on those.
Okay. Folks, let's take a 10-minute break, but I'm trying to hold myself accountable. If you would help me do the same. Back on the record at 3:55. Thank you. Court's in recess.
You said back on the record at 3:55. So they're an hour difference. Ooh. An hour difference from me. So if they go to their 5, it'll be my 6. Oh yeah, now we got lights. Was that Thunderbell? Is it gonna rain? Why are you shaking? Are you cold? I turned the heater on in the bedroom. Go in the bedroom where it's warm. Are you shaking because of the thunder? Why are you whining now, Spike? Why is the cat the only good one? She don't bother me enough. You guys gotta be babied all the time. Belle, are you a baby? Huh? You're my baby, aren't you? Spike, what are you rumbling about over there, dude?
All right, we're back on the record.
Yay, we're back on the record. Wow,
Mr.
yay.
Burmester, may we invite Mr. Benson back in?
Yes.
Okay.
And whoever else is watching, I don't think anybody's watching right now. It says 3, but one of them's me.
No problem. Tracy, do we need a break? No problem. Yeah, take a moment. Yep. If you want to have a seat, that's fine. Thank you, sir. Thanks for asking. 1 second, Council.
Why is it muted? I thought we were back on the record.
Thank you for your patience. Mr. Benson, you're still interrupted. Ms. Lewis, please proceed.
So we were talking about Mr. Gabler. As part of Mr. Gabler's investigation, he was allowed into the Willow Court home a number of times, correct?
Correct.
And he would go into the home and look through things all through the house, correct?
Correct.
Were you with him? I think you said you were, but you were with him every single time he went into the home.
Yes.
And did you see him move things around the home when he would go in?
Yes.
All right. And this was, well, let me rephrase that. Do you know when the first time was that he went in the home?
I don't know an exact date. You would probably know that date.
He would know what you said.
Or he would most likely.
I don't know it. So that's why I was
Okay,
asking.
all right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But we talked about there were approximately 10 searches between May of 2023. Well, actually, I think April of 2023 and 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
He was in the home in between those searches, right?
Correct.
And in between those searches, he would find things and put them in different places, correct?
Todd documents everything that he does. He records it. I believe he records sound, does everything when he does his own investigation. So
He records. I'm sorry.
I believe he would record it if he was in the home. So sometime I believe it would be at least an audio. So yeah. I mean,
He would audio record what he was doing while he was in the home.
Yes, Todd's very specific about recording what he does.
Would he ever video record what he was doing?
I know that I believe he would audio record. I don't know specifically about a video, but you would have to consult Todd.
There were blink cameras in the home, though, or
Yes.
cameras
Yes.
recording what he was doing, right?
Yes.
Did you ever turn those cameras, those videos, or those recordings over to the prosecution?
Those, they overwrite every 60 days. I believe that you've subpoenaed to get the video recordings, which we've given.
You have given those
Yes.
to who did you give those to?
You.
We'll get back to that in just a minute. All right. So, did he ever take things out of the home with him, Mr. Gabler?
I don't have a specific record of what he would have taken out of the home. He would have a record of that.
Okay. Well, I don't need a record right now. I just a yes or no. Do you know if he took things out of the home with him?
I'm thinking that he may have taken some documents, but I couldn't tell you exactly. He would have a better record.
If he took anything out of the home, would he provided that to the detectives or to the prosecution in this case?
Yes.
A 134 IQ. I make less.
When you were in the home with Mr. Gabler, just the two of you, did you stay right with him throughout the house?
For the most part, yes.
All right. Was he ever allowed to just wander around while you sat down in the family room or something?
Typically, I was with him.
Okay. Typically, not always.
I can't guarantee that he wasn't ahead of me walking into a room when I was in the living room. So I would think typically I would have been right there with him.
So fair to say that during all these times that Mr. Gabler was searching the home, moving things, he was looking for things to help the prosecution. Fair?
No, that's not fair.
What was he looking for?
Todd was doing his own analysis.
Which he then provided all to the prosecution, correct?
I believe he did provide it. You'd have to ask him.
All right. Now, there were times that you were alone in the home, true?
True.
And what were you doing in the home when you were there by yourself?
When I was in the home by myself, it would be property management type things. So it would be flushing toilets, making sure that water would still run, making sure water wasn't leaking, making sure water heaters were turning over so that way they didn't go moldy, things like that. So it was primarily home maintenance type things. Again, if I was requested to pick up an item by the children, then I would go and pick up those items. But that would be the only reason I was in the home.
Okay. So you were in and out of the master.
Yes, there's a bathroom in there. So.
You were in and out of the bathroom.
Yes.
All right. I have a few more questions, but can I just have one moment, Your Honor?
Of course.
So in the last 60 days, who has been in and out of the home?
Last 60 days would be myself. It would be your private detective, or the defense's private detective. It would be the sheriff's officers with the warrant, and that's it.
You're providing all of those videos, correct?
Yes.
All right. Let's go back to the night of March 4th, 2022 for a moment. You said that you got to the house that night, middle of the night, correct?
Sorry, say the question again.
March 4th, 2022.
Okay. Yep.
You came to the home as quickly as you could. So about what time was that?
It's between 3:30 and 4 o'clock, around there.
Okay. And you came in carrying your two girls, correct?
Yes.
And you said that you saw something unusual.
Yes.
And you said that what was unusual was that Kouri was shaking her hands.
Mhm.
And you found that someone whose husband had just dropped dead in front of her shaking the hands was an unusual reaction, in your opinion?
I don't know how personal I can get. So when a person, so I've noticed quite honestly, when your hands tremor.
I do have
So-
a tremor. That's a
Why is it doing that? Stop it.
And you can see it. You obviously notice it. So there's an obvious difference, in my opinion. I'm not a medical professional, but there's a difference between a subconscious tremor and someone who's doing this.
All right. Let me ask you this. Had you ever seen Kouri prior to that day, immediately after losing one of the closest people in her life?
No.
So you'd never seen her grieving prior to this?
No.
So you don't know what was typical or not typical for Kouri Richins, right?
No, that's correct.
Okay. All right. You said you took the boys upstairs into the playroom.
There's my kitty. Hey, baby.
I guess it's called the playroom, that sort of loft area.
Sure. Yes, correct.
All right. And
Wow.
how's that room set up? How many windows are in the room?
One.
And are there toy shelves in front of that window?
There are toy shelves in front of that window. Yes.
Okay. And the boys were 9 and 7, the two older boys?
Yes.
All right. So did they crawl up on the shelves to look out the window?
At the time, I don't believe. So that home's been reorganized. So at the time, there was different furniture up there. So there were couches up there. Currently, there's not couches up there. So I think the toy shelves had been rearranged. So before they could, I believe they could actually access that window.
All right.
See what?
You're not sure though.
I'm positive that furniture's been rearranged in that home, but
You're not sure what was in front of the window at that time.
I can't remember exactly what toy shelves were in front of that window at that time.
Okay. And so Eric was brought out on a stretcher. He was covered, correct?
Yes.
All right. So what was visible was what we
Very
see on
what,
TV?
Judy?
The body covered in a sheet.
Correct.
All right. And then you said that people asked Kouri asked Kouri, I'm not sure, that she needed to tell the boys that their father had passed, correct? Actually, I don't think that's what you said. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to put words in your mouth. I think what you said is you never heard Kouri ask anyone to tell the boys that their father had passed. I believe that's what you actually said.
Say that again.
You testified on direct that at no time did you hear Kouri tell any of the family, you need to tell the boys what's just happened to their father, or to tell the boys their father has passed, correct?
No, that's incorrect. So,
All right. I'm sorry. Then go ahead. What was it you said?
yeah. So I had heard people tell Kouri that we need to tell the boys.
Okay.
I like her.
questions.
She's very polite.
First, were you aware that the boys had
Why is it doing that?
passed earlier or before, maybe even before you got there? Were you aware of that?
I'm not aware of that, and that sounds incorrect.
All right. And ultimately, it was Kouri herself who spoke to the boys and told them what had happened, correct?
Yes,
Were you there when that happened?
I was in the home, but I wasn't in the room.
You weren't in the
Okay.
room sitting with the boys when she told them that their father
Your
had died.
daddy's home. Go get him, Shadow.
No, I believe I was in the room. So if we're talking about, so there was somewhat, I think, some different instances where a boy maybe went back into a room and she talked to one of them there. There was also a time when we were all sitting in the living room and they were talking about it there.
All right, I don't want you to speculate, just if you know or you don't know. Were you there when she sat the three boys down and told them what happened?
Yes, I was sitting on the couch with my two daughters.
Three
Yes.
what? Judy?
Could you hear the conversation?
Yes, I think she was a few seats down.
All right, and she did explain to the boys.
Yes.
Just give me one moment. I have nothing further at this time.
Mr. Burmester.
Yes, just. Three or four questions. Regardless of how the furniture is today, do you have a distinct recollection of seeing the body being
He's
wheeled out
talking,
that
Daddy.
window?
I do.
Was there any occasion when you were with
Okay.
Mr. Gabler?
As long as you have no
after
idea,
Charges had been filed?
I'll let you off the hook this time.
First of all, I asked that.
After, yeah,
After
in the
charges
home,
filed,
yes.
ever go in with Mr. Gabler?
yes,
In those instances, did you ever see Mr. Gabler identify something and leave it and tell the police later?
absolutely. Yeah. Todd would not, if anything was of interest, he would immediately call the sheriff's office and it would be documented.
Did you ever see Mr. Gabler bring items in and leave them in the house?
No.
So I think you testified that Eric bought the home in 2012
Yes,
from you,
correct. Me and my wife.
and the next summer, 2013, is when Eric married Kouri, correct?
Yes,
In the backyard of that house.
correct.
Okay, thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor.
May this witness step down, Ms. Lewis?
Can I ask just one question?
Of course.
My teacher, I say that and I end up.
I understand.
So you just said that anytime Mr. Gabler would find something of interest, he would call the Summit County Sheriff's Office?
Correct. For a proper chain of custody.
So as he was looking for evidence against Kouri, he would call them and tell them to get a search warrant?
I believe so, yes.
Nothing further.
Mr. Burmester, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
You can step down, sir. Thank you. Leave that there. I appreciate it. The state's next witness.
Deputy Wynn, please.
Okay.
Come on, go.
Deputy, if you'd step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in, please.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you. Have a seat.
Sir, if you could state your name and spell your last name, please.
It's Deputy Vincent Nguyen, N-G-U-Y-E-N,
Where do you work?
Summit County Sheriff's Office,
How long have you worked there?
since 2012.
What's your assignment at the sheriff's office?
Right now as a patrol deputy,
And what about back in 2022? What was your assignment then?
How do you
patrol
fit?
deputy.
Yes, you did.
What does a
We talked
patrol
about it
deputy do?
last night.
Respond to calls and report or document incidents, crimes.
What kind of calls does a patrol deputy get called on?
It could be citizen complaints, burglaries, anything that a citizen wants to report.
Did you have law enforcement experience before coming to the Summit County Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
What's that?
I worked at the Corona Police Department for over 3 years.
At the Summit County Sheriff's Office, are you issued a body camera to use?
Yes, I was.
And tell the jury about what do you do with your body camera when you're on duty?
So my body camera is always on until I activate my lights or manually activate it on the body camera itself. Then it starts recording.
And was that the same back in 2022?
Yes.
Were you on duty on March 4th of 2022?
Yes.
And were you dispatched to 282 Willow Court Drive?
Yes, I was.
If we could have Exhibit 1-1, please. This has already been admitted. Do you recognize this?
Yes, I do.
And is this the home that you responded to that morning?
Yes.
Is it located in Summit County?
Yes, it is.
What time did you arrive at this home approximately?
Approximately 3:40 in the morning.
And when you entered, who was there?
Sergeant DiBotello, Deputy Pimentel, and also fire personnel.
Was Miss Richins there?
Yes, she was.
What about her kids? Were they present?
I was made aware that they were in the residence, but I did not see them.
And you were wearing your body camera on that day,
Yes, I was.
and it was active.
Yes, it was.
All right. If we could show the witness Exhibit 1-4T, please.
He can see it, counsel can see it.
Do you recognize this?
Yes, I do.
And Scott, go ahead and scroll through it so he can see to the end. What is it?
It's my body camera footage with a blurred spot.
I'm sorry, Scott, can we put up 1-4T? Do you recognize
yes, transcript
this? And what is it a transcript of?
of what was on my body camera.
Fair and accurate representation of the words that were spoken on your body camera that night?
Yes.
Okay, I'll move to admit 1-4T.
I think you're going the same place I'm going, Judge.
There are multiple speakers here. Would you folks approach for 1 minute? To see a video that has audio. The audio is also represented as part of a transcript on the bottom. There are multiple speakers in this video. There's the deputy, there's some other people, there is the defendant. You may take everything the defendant says as true and give it whatever weight you think it deserves, if any. You cannot take what the deputy or the other people say is true. You can only consider those statements for context regarding what the defendant was responding to, the effect on the listener. Anything further on that, Mr. Ramos?
No, Judge, thank you.
Okay. So let's see. Do you want to admit that number that you just mentioned?
Yes, please.
Would you give me the number one more time?
1-4 with the letter T for
Okay.
transcript.
Exhibit 1-4T, as in Tesla, is admitted. Where do you want to go next?
Now, if we could show the witness 1-4D, like David. Do you see it on your screen there?
Yes, I
Do you
do.
recognize this?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's my body camera.
And is it fair and accurate representation of your body camera that night?
Yes.
Are there any changes to it?
Yes, there's a blur in the middle.
And with the exception of that blur, everything else is the same.
Yes.
And has this clip been cut down from your original video?
Not this clip.
Okay. I'll move to admit 1-4D.
No, Judge.
Okay. 1-4D, as in David, is admitted.
And publish to the jury, please.
Scott, is this in a spot you want to start?
I'll restart it, and it does have audio, Your Honor.
Understood. Go ahead, sir.
I don't have the audio.
Is the audio instantaneous or is it a delay?
No.
Okay.
Should be right away.
I think I know how to fix this. Give me just a moment.
We'll need
If
to
you
restart it.
pause, yeah. We practiced this earlier. Give me just a moment.
Your Honor, most body cams, there's a 30-second.
That's what I thought too, but it sounds like they've edited around that. One moment, folks. Scott, would you do me a favor? Would you disconnect from the HDMI and then reconnect? Then, did you plug back in?
Yes, yes.
Okay, will you cue the video again for me?
And no medical history other than his asthma. I mean, he has Lyme disease, but I mean, it's painful sometimes. What does he take? What medicine does he take? Can you find it and tell us?
Sure, yeah.
Hey guys, and he's on downtime. He's been asymptomatic since we got here. He's had 2 Epis and Narcan. 2 Epis, 1 Narcan. Blood sugar is 458.
Cam, you want to come out?
No Chest pain when he went to bed.
What's your first name? Let's go to bed.
9:30.
9:30. Okay.
9:45.
And then what alerted you to him today? Right now.
When I just woke up, when I sleep with my kids, I'll wake up and I go back in my own bed.
Mm-hmm.
I just crawled over on his side.
And he was laying in bed. Okay.
He was on his back on the bed, and
Okay. And he was on. You said he was on his back. Okay. Where are your children now?
went to sleep in that room. 2 are awake with their ear to the door. I
And
don't want them to come out. Please somebody
no,
come out.
where are the other two at that are awake?
No, hallway bedroom.
And where's that at?
There, first one to your left.
Okay. Is there any family members we can call right now?
Yeah, I need to call my mom. I need to call my mom so bad.
Okay.
I think I don't know. 911's still on the phone. They got me. I don't know.
Here. Okay.
I call my mom.
Yep. I'll give you a phone right now. Okay.
I need to call his dad. He's gonna be okay, right? Like I got in bed and then I just got.
Yeah, they're doing their best. Okay, ma'am. Here, you can use my phone.
Mom. Come to my house. Come to my house.
What's going on?
I don't know. Something's wrong with Eric. The police and girls are here. I don't know what's happening. He wasn't breathing. I don't know.
Who?
Eric.
Where's he at?
Well, I just realized I was still muted and y'all couldn't hear the dogs barking anyway. Travis got them all awesome. Travis got them all riled up. They're barking their heads off.
I think my partner found your phone. Is this it right here? Does he have any medical conditions or anything like that?
He has Lyme's disease.
Lyme's disease?
But nothing major. Like,
Okay. So no heart problems or anything like that?
no, he just said his chest was hurting when he went to bed, but that's, not. He doesn't drink enough water, when he gets on the bike downstairs. I don't know. It didn't really make sense. And then he just said he was really tired because he got his allergy shots yesterday morning.
Okay.
With my son, they went to Ghetto.
And then when did you discover him? What time?
I got my phone. Maybe 3.
About 3. Did you immediately call the 911?
Yeah, well, I got up and, as soon as I turned over and he was cold,
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like something was wrong. So, I just put the blanket on it because I just thought it was really cold. So and then I sat there for a minute and I just didn't feel like it's like freezing or anything. And so I just was like,
Okay.
and he just felt so heavy.
Mm-hmm. Any COVID or anything like that?
We all just got over COVID.
Okay. And when was that?
A couple weeks ago.
Okay, so not recently.
Well, he just had a negative test. So I was the last positive, and then he had it. So his last negative test was a week ago.
Okay. Hey, ma'am, what's your name? I'm sorry, what was that?
Kouri.
With a C?
Kouri.
My niece's name is Kouri, but it's spelled Cori. What in the world did he do to them? They won't shut up.
Sometimes when he goes to gummy before he goes to bed.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't seem like you did though.
It's like a gummy, as in like a THC gummy. Okay.
Marty.
And who is his primary care physician? Who?
Herb Lepley.
How do you spell it? How's
Lepley.
Lepley? When was he last seen? When was that?
Spike's gonna get a sore throat. He just won't shut up in there.
There's two kids that are awake. They're in that door. Yeah, she said to the left. Yeah, I think the master bedroom. Or the master bedroom. So basically, she said went to bed at 9:30. She slept with the kids because then she goes to bed when she was in bed. And around 3 o'clock, moved into her bed. He was cold and heavy. He has Lyme disease. He got an allergy shot yesterday. He might have taken a gummy, THC gummy, last night.
Oh no, he took a THC gummy.
Other than that, just Lyme disease.
I already have dispatch Emmy and Dix.
It's probably gonna be Baker's here.
I don't know. Whoever the on-call is.
Yeah, like he wasn't safe. Like he. Did you call someone to come here today?
One K32. What's my case number? Copy. Yeah, firm. And the complaint's going to be of the wife, first name of Kouri.
Oh God. I used to work with this lady who had 10 kids. Her husband's name was Richard, and 2 of her sons' names were Richard. And they called one Rick and one Dick.
Scott, pause there for a minute.
And I forgot what they
Thank
called
you,
the
sir.
dad. I was like, what
Scott,
happened?
don't
Did
change
you run
anything
out
for
of
a minute,
names?
Please. Yeah, don't change anything for a moment. Let me see if I can fix this from my end. Scott, can you go back 5 or 10 seconds and test sound for me?
We're good. We're just waiting for our Emmy, OME, and our detective to show.
Yeah. I don't know if he had an aneurysm or something with all the blood. That's, I don't know. There's a lot of blood for some unknown reason.
Were you first on scene?
We were second. The Southside Fire guy was here before us.
And there was blood before they.
A little bit coming out as soon as we start doing compressions with the Lucas. It's when the blood came out. So.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
No pulse or anything?
No, no, he was cold. I think he'd been down a while. Not a long time, but he'd been down a minute. He was asleep the whole time. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Pretty young.
Yeah.
Maybe took some gummies.
Yeah, that's what she was
That's
saying.
what she said. And then the hydrocodone. I think there was hydrocodone or something.
It was
96 or something.
2016.
2016, yeah. Pretty old.
Did he take that?
We don't know. It was sitting there though.
It's in the drawer right there.
There's something.
It
What
is.
is this right here? Is that it? What he's taking for Lyme disease?
The thing about doing compressions too late is that you can bring them back sometimes, but
2016.
Yeah, that one.
Is that under his name?
if they've lost oxygen to their brain, they're brain damaged or brain
That might be
dead.
hers. Is it in
It's
his
his.
name? Oh, it's his. Okay. But it's empty, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we gave him Narcan. That would have, you know, search pipeline in there.
And then you arrived, he was already on the floor, right?
Yeah, she had pulled him down to the floor.
Kouri? I'm gonna need to ask you some questions real quick, okay? Has he ever been in the military?
No,
No. Does he use tobacco?
no.
No. And what does he do for a living?
He owns a stonemason company.
And then when you discovered him, was he on the bed? Yes.
He's just laying on his side like normal.
Okay.
I just thought he was cold. It was cold in there, so I put the blanket on him.
Yeah.
But his body just felt like heavy, and
And which way was he facing? Was he facing towards?
he was just up, just facing up.
Oh, so he's laying on his back.
Facing on his
Okay.
back.
And then did you pull him to the ground?
Yeah, that's what the lady on the phone told me to do,
Okay.
was to take the sheet and pull the sheet
Okay.
to the ground so I could do CPR.
Okay. What's his highest level of education?
It's a bachelor's degree.
Okay.
My husband's active. He didn't just die in his sleep. This is insane.
Any mental health conditions? No. Okay.
No,
How about any suicidal
no,
history? No.
never.
Okay.
No.
Has he been seen by a doctor in the last 30 days?
No.
Okay. Has any prescriptions been filled in the last 30 days? No. Has he had a history of falling or anything? No. Any history of prescription abuse? No.
I mean, when he was in high school and stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Pain pills, I think.
Or maybe a reaction to his shots yesterday.
I mean, he said he didn't feel good from them. Like,
He didn't look good last night.
he looked pale last night, and I asked if you were okay, and he said yeah, but he was saying his chest was hurting, but
Has he have any history of illicit drug use or anything in the
no,
past year?
no, never.
Okay. Okay. Do you have the phone number to Herb, his doctor? I can't.
I don't know yet. We'll see what we get.
I don't. It's just at the Park City Family Clinic, Family Hospital, or
Yeah, I can look it up.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Who told the boys? Claire said a cop told them. Why would you tell a child?
Well, they shouldn't have told him. I asked everyone
Oh.
not to tell him.
They all know. They told me.
How do they know?
Well, Carter told me. A cop told me.
What they had told him?
No, I wouldn't be.
We were in there, so we were maybe a fire
Do they
department.
know?
Maybe they, yeah, they know.
Oh my freaking God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God.
God, that number just kept ringing this morning, and I'm like,
Yeah, because we couldn't find her phone.
I thought somebody called from a cell phone, and then when you Google it, it says it's a spoof number. I'm gonna go up here to these people.
Mom, is the door closed, my room?
Yeah.
Yes,
They won't let me. Is he still in?
So I'll explain to you what the process is right now. Because he was in good health and his age and everything like that. Okay, our medical examiner is going to come and do their investigation real quick, and then also our detective, just to make sure that everything's documented, correctly. And then from there, they'll explain to you what's going to happen. Most likely, what I'm thinking, because he has no serious health problems or anything like that. His age, most likely, they're going to take his body to the
Oh my God.
medical examiner's office just to make sure that, there wasn't anything else.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions for me right now?
No. He had allergy shots yesterday.
Yeah, and that's what she was saying.
Last night when I was here.
What kind of allergy shots? You know?
He gets weekly shots.
Him and his boy get weekly shots.
They're both just feeling
Like seasonal allergies?
Yeah.
Okay. Seasonal. And where was that at?
Park City.
Park City.
Family Medical?
No. Jeremy Ranch, Granger Medical.
Granger, okay.
Oh my God.
I did. They're all watching TV. I said, you guys gotta go back to sleep. It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Cam.
Yeah. Need to go over there and let her sell it for to get the van keys.
Okay.
So do this here with you.
Yep. Cory, is there a way we could relocate your boys upstairs?
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be a lot of traffic.
Yeah, I'll tell her now. What? Wait, come on. Come on. Bob, come on. Come on, Bob. I love you so much.
I can explain to her if you want to go.
I miss everything. I miss Chris Will, everything. I miss parent attorney. I miss everything.
We don't have to worry about that kind of stuff right now.
Just with the voice. Go upstairs with the voice. I'm sorry.
No, it's all it's natural. Okay. Just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Okay, I gotta breathe. Oh my god, I gotta breathe. I just talked to him like a couple hours ago. I know. We were in the phone. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. You just woke up and he wasn't breathing? I went to bed. I went last bed. It's a nightmare. So I went back in our room. We were all three. And I just turned over to cuddle him, and his body was just so cold. Gone a while.
So the only information I know from what the medical staff that was here is he was cold to the touch, okay, and it seemed like he was down for a while.
We
So
went to bed. He was fine at 9:30. I mean, that's when I went to the bedroom with Ashton. I mean, so unless he was like, but I didn't hear anything. He didn't yell. He didn't say anything was wrong. Nothing happened. Like nothing happened. Oh my god, this is not real. Nothing happened. Like I didn't hear anything. I'm right across the room. Like if he was in pain, why didn't he yell? It sounds like he wasn't. I know, but why? I mean, I'm such a light sleeper. I could have heard anything. I just couldn't have heard anything. If he just said Kouri, like, I would have. He was so cold. He was so cold. My boss wasn't there. He goes to hell. Great. You're here, great though. See? You make it through this. No, we're gonna make it through it. That's you for those boys. Okay. Probably gonna go. I can't see your back. I can't talk to you. I'm sorry, I can't. I couldn't tell you. I can't. Okay, so what do we? We just have to. What do we have to do?
what's that?
Is there anything that we need to do?
So we're just going to document some. So there's some protocols we have to document. Like I explained to them, next thing is our detective and our medical examiner is going to respond to the location. Okay. They're going to do their investigation and document everything. Okay. And then most likely, because of his age, his health and everything else, most likely. But that's their. That's their field, not ours. So for us, our thing is now we have to just secure the scene until they get here, and then once it's released, it's up to them. And then most likely you guys will be able to,
I think we want him to go to the funeral home in Morgan.
Okay. And that's something you could talk to our medical examiner about.
I mean, they take so long time. Seriously, we were just laughing and joking. I don't talk about tomorrow. We were celebrating. We were just celebrating. For what?
We were so excited.
I know. And then he's like, well, let's have a drink and then let's go to bed. But it's okay. So we did. And then that was it. Good night. I love you. Good night. I love you. That was so sweet. Good night. I love you. It was so cold. It just was so cold. My sister.
Is there any animals that sleep in the bedroom with him?
Yeah, my dog.
The dog on the bed with him?
Most of the time. He's like a 10-pound little floofy.
Okay. Was he?
With Eric every day.
Was he on the bed when you came in?
Was he on the bed?
No, he wasn't in there when I came in. Is your dad on the way, Katie? I don't
know. He called me and I just screamed and everyone woke up and then we're here. I don't think he can even function. I'm trying to find someone to go with. Oh, my dad's almost here. Oh
my God, I can't tell him, Katie. I can't even. I'll do it. I don't. It's fine. He was fine.
I'll do it. My sister's almost here.
Can you just please explain to them the process that they can't pass the threshold until it's really.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that what you're doing? Standing there?
Okay. Yeah, I thought you were seeing if I was gonna pass out or something.
No, and that too,
I'm so shaky. I think I'm gonna stay sitting until I will go. It's okay.
Why do you have that stuff on his nose? It was like, what is that?
So, like I said, I'm not a medical personnel person, but what the ambulance said was he did have blood
I
in his
saw
mouth.
all the blood. It was
So,
everywhere.
you know, they don't know. It might have been an aneurysm. They don't know.
His dad has blood clots. I mean, he had blood in his stuff. It was like, looked like snot or something.
Yeah,
I don't-
because when they do the CPR, it gets the blood flowing and it gets moving. And if it's not pumping, it'll,
Oh my god. Well, when I was trying to just do the chest compressions, it just.
so Corey, does he have any other medications except for that? Where would he keep his medication?
Our house, not for that. Our house cleaner just cleaned. I can't find where she put anything. But he doesn't take his Lyme disease doctor just is weaning him off of his Lyme disease medication, so he's just taking vitamins for that. We gave him something like for the pain because it causes him to, it just burns his body, so he has pain medicine. And
Is it that green bottle?
I honest to God don't know. I don't know. That was the one I found in his bag that he just took to St. George because we just went to St. George. I would assume that, but if that looked old to me, I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm sorry.
All right, so Deputy Wynn, I want to show you a couple other exhibits. They'll pop up on your screen there and we'll kind of move through them. So first we'll do exhibit 1-4S1. And let's do 1-4S2. I'll ask you all the same questions about these. 1-4S3. 1-4S4. And 1-4S5. You recognize all of those photographs?
Yes, I do.
Are those still shots or screen grabs from the body camera we just watched?
Yes, it is.
I'll move to admit those 5.
Objection, Judge. 1-4S1 through 5 are admitted. Are we publishing to the jury?
If we could, please. And Scott, if you could just move through each of these. Now, if we could bring up exhibit 2-41 for the witness. Do you recognize what kind of document this is?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's a voluntary written statement that we provide.
And whose name and signature is at the bottom?
Miss Kouri Richins.
Okay, I'll move to admit exhibit 2-41.
No objection, Judge. 241 is admitted.
And if you could publish that, please. And maybe zoom in on the text for a moment. It's a little small. Scott, you can take it down. And the jury will have a chance to review this in their deliberations as well if you didn't have a chance to read it. So Deputy Wynn, other than what we saw on that body camera footage, what were your other responsibilities that night at the home?
Also a crime scene log, and a,
I'm sorry, Your Honor, could you ask him to maybe
Just move the mic up. Yeah.
Move it closer to your face. Like you can hold the mic towards you if you like.
so crime scene log and also a death checklist.
As part of that death checklist, are you looking for anything that might have explained Eric Richins' death?
Yes, there's certain questions that we ask and we just fill in the answers.
So you mentioned on the video that you were securing the scene. Was that something else that you were doing?
Yes, I was.
So we also saw in the video that Kouri Richins volunteered THC gummies to you. Did
Yes.
you see any THC gummies in the home?
No, I did not.
What would you have done if you had seen them?
I would document where they were at and advise the detectives and CSI upon their arrival of where it was at.
As you're looking for things that might have explained Eric Richins' death, did you see any illicit drugs in the home?
I did not.
What would you have done if you had?
Again, document where they were at and relay that to investigations.
And same question for drug paraphernalia. Did you see any drug paraphernalia in the home?
I did not.
And what would you have done if you had?
Document where it was and relay it to investigations.
Give me just a moment. Those are all my questions for you. Thank you.
Mr. Ramos.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, before we get started, the motion, watching the video had what had previously been a transcript.
4T.
That was presented is different than what we
You
have.
come up for a second, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was frozen. She's being so still.
Mr. Ramos, please proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Nguyen, good afternoon. I don't even know what time it is.
Good afternoon.
Let's start off where we just left off. Ms. Shervanak was asking you questions about what it is that you did or what you would have done had you found certain things. Fair?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you arrived, what we just saw, the videos we saw, that's from your body cam.
Yes.
You indicated that it is always off unless you turn it on, I think is what you meant. I think you said it's always on until you turn it on, but what you meant was it's always off until you turn it on. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in this case, we saw clips of it. Would you agree that's correct?
That is correct.
That is not from the beginning to the end, correct?
Correct.
Now, you didn't participate in which clips were shown, correct?
I was not.
Okay. Now, at one point, you do turn off your body cam. Do you recall?
I don't recall.
You don't recall doing that?
I don't recall.
Okay. If you had turned it off, when would you have turned it off?
When the call was over.
Okay. So if you were still inside the house doing the investigation, the camera would remain on.
Yes.
Okay. And if you had turned it on or off, you would have indicated that in your report, correct?
Yes.
For any other reason other than the call was over. Excuse me.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you indicated that you arrived around 3:40. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, you left, I believe it's Officer Deputy Pimentel. You let him get out, check out. Is that correct? When it was time for him to go off duty?
I think so.
Okay. How long were you there?
Whose fault was that?
I don't recall.
2 hours?
I don't recall.
Were you there when the Mr. Richins' body was removed?
I was not.
You were not. So it was before then.
Yes.
Okay. Was it before or after Mr. Gene Richins arrived?
It was after.
Okay. Do you recall anything about when you left?
I don't.
Okay. Do you recall seeing Deputy Woody, Detective Woody?
I don't recall.
Would looking at your report refresh your recollection? Do you have a copy of it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Could you go ahead and pull that up, and I'm going to see what you have. Give me 1 second. This is different from what I
It's
have.
probably have it on the other side too.
Yes. Sorry. The same one you do, fair?
Fair. Probably at the last paragraph where it says, upon their arrival, Deputy Orgel and I responded to the sheriff's office to book in the photos from the incident and uploaded the death investigation checklist.
Okay. So then if you go to the paragraph before that, does that give you a better idea of who was present when?
Yes.
Tell me. Let's refresh your memory.
So after Sergeant DeBotello left.
Orgel, apologies. Sessions
Yes.
and Woody.
Yes.
So they arrived and then you left, correct?
Yes.
Did you speak with Woody?
I think, no, I don't recall. I don't recall.
Okay.
I don't recall.
Would you have put it in your notes?
Yes.
Okay. And it's not in your notes.
No.
And your body cam, based on what you just said earlier, would have still been on while Woody, while Oracle, while Sessions was there, right?
Yes.
Unless you would have shut it off,
Yes.
which you didn't.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to put up just a still in just a minute of your body cam, okay? But before I do that, I want to ask you about your body cam. What software or what hardware does your body cam use?
I don't know.
You're not familiar with Axon?
It wasn't an Axon.
It wasn't an Axon.
No, it was not.
So what is it?
It was at the time WatchGuard.
WatchGuard. Now, those WatchGuard that you use, does that have an audit trail system?
I don't recall.
Okay. When you're done with a call, what happens to that video?
It gets uploaded.
Automatically?
Upon, I think that system, when we stop it and we go to the station, it uploads.
Okay. And did you do that here?
Do where?
In this case?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
And where did you do that?
I don't recall.
Now, this wasn't the first time you were wearing that body cam, was it?
It was not.
Okay. How many times had you worn that body cam before March 4th?
A lot.
5?
More.
20?
More.
100?
More.
Thousands?
Possibly.
Dang.
And in those thousands, you've uploaded videos of your body cam, correct?
Correct.
You're familiar with the footage and how to upload it.
At this time, I don't remember because we changed systems and I don't remember how that system worked.
Does it have a little USB cord?
No, I think it automatically Wi-Fi at that system was a Wi-Fi.
Perfect. So now we have Wi-Fi. Which Wi-Fi? At your home?
No.
Okay. Where?
A secured Wi-Fi at the office.
Okay. So you would have come back here, just across the ways here, correct?
Yes.
And would it have been in your desk?
No.
A separate room?
No.
Where?
In my car.
In your car.
Yes.
So you connect to the Wi-Fi in your car or to the station?
Station.
Okay. So you come back and you do a Wi-Fi upload, correct?
Correct.
Now, at one point, you're told that it's been uploaded successfully.
I don't get notification that it's been complete.
So you just show up and it just automatically goes?
Yes.
You don't press a button saying upload?
No.
Okay, so now the software system it's an automatic Wi-Fi connection without you having to do anything to your body cam. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And at one point, you did review what we just saw, or the full length of the body cam we just saw, correct?
Correct.
And you made sure that it was complete, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So if there's actually, let me ask you this. In your report, since you don't remember, in your report, can you please look to see if you indicate that you shut off the body cam for any reason?
I did not.
So you did not shut it off?
No, I did not put that in my report that I shut it off.
Okay. Now, sitting here right now, you don't know if you shut it off before Mr. Orgel, Miss Sessions, or Miss Woody arrived, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Let's talk about how you secured the crime scene. Where we saw you going around the house was limited to the first floor, correct?
Correct.
Did you go anywhere else?
Just the living room.
Okay. You didn't go in the kitchen?
No,
You didn't go in the garage?
I did not.
The detached garage?
I did not.
Okay. Now you took photographs, right?
Yes.
And you started getting bits and pieces about what happened, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And you started telling your fellow deputies about it, correct?
Correct.
And you start piecing everything together, right?
Correct.
Okay. You heard, for example,
Hey, Carla.
or you saw rather, when you arrived, EMS personnel, correct?
What is he getting at?
Now, do you know any of those? Did you know any of those EMS personnel before arriving?
Before arriving, I didn't know who was responding.
But individually, have you worked with them before?
Only one.
Which one was that?
Sergeant Cernich.
Cernich. He's the one in the red, right?
Correct.
Okay. And Cernich and all the other EMS are talking amongst themselves about what happened, correct?
I assume I wasn't listening.
Okay. When Detective Woody appears, shows up to relieve you, you don't recall whether you gave Woody any information about what you have learned?
I do not.
Okay. You would have put that in your notes.
That I would have passed on information.
Correct.
Possibly. If not, I would just tell her, explain her a brief of what I observed and to pass on information.
Right, because this is a case where there is a dead body, right?
Yes.
And a detective is coming, right?
Yes.
You yourself told the family, told Kouri, hey, this is the protocol. This is what's going to happen, right?
Correct.
Because of his young age, right?
Correct.
Because he didn't have any mental health problems.
Correct.
Because he wasn't suicidal.
Correct.
All of these questions that you were asking Kouri were important, correct?
Correct.
And you were using it not only to fill out a form, right? It was to gather information.
On the form.
But for yourself.
Damn it.
On the form so that we're required to ask.
Okay, so you weren't trying to get any information and pass it on to any other detective coming in to see what happened to Mr. Richins?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was getting additional information.
Of course. Because
Yes.
this is important,
Yes.
right? Just like as counsel had indicated earlier, precision in this profession matters, and it matters even more in your profession, correct?
Correct.
So, you're there, you're gathering information for whatever's to come, correct?
Correct.
Because you don't know what's going to happen to this case that you were dispatched to, correct?
Correct.
You don't know if somebody's going to be charged, correct?
Correct.
You are a fact gatherer, correct?
Correct.
More importantly, you're a truth seeker, correct?
Correct.
Because you don't care or shouldn't care what this piece of evidence here means, correct?
But I do care if it's evidence.
But that's important. My point is this, is you are going to approach every single piece of evidence equally.
Correct.
Okay. And in order to do that, you need to know what it is that you're looking for, correct?
Not necessarily.
Okay, let's take this example. You knew that they had taken a celebratory shot, correct?
A drink?
A drink.
Yes.
Okay. So, you know he's young, Mr. Richins, correct?
Correct.
You know that the protocol is to have a deputy and a medical examiner come in, correct?
Correct.
Because it's unusual that he died, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So maybe something is in this drink, correct?
Possibly, but
Possibly. Possibly. Did you possibly go to the kitchen?
I did not.
You did not. Did you possibly look in the sink?
I did not.
You did not. Did you possibly tell another deputy he was there, go to the kitchen?
I did not.
Did you possibly tell somebody else, go look in the sink?
I did not.
You did not. That possibly is important, right?
I keep
Yes.
Yes. When somebody loses their life, it's important. Right?
Yes.
You asked, and we all heard you ask Miss Richins countless questions, right?
Yes.
And she answered all of them.
Yes.
Yes. You asked her questions that were on your sheet, right?
Yes.
And then you asked her questions as things came up, right?
I did. Yes.
Yes. Now, we saw you standing in the hall, and you were preventing people from going into her master bedroom, correct?
Correct.
To preserve the scene. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, the reason you're doing that is because of all of these possiblies, correct?
Correct.
So, one of those possibilities was that hydrocodone bottle, correct?
Correct.
Now, you took a picture of it.
I don't recall taking a picture of it.
Do you recall somebody taking a picture of it?
Yes.
Do you recall somebody opening it?
I don't recall.
Do you recall somebody taking a picture of the inside of it?
I don't recall.
Do you recall getting that hydrocodone bottle and putting it in an evidence bag?
I did not do that.
You did not. Did anybody do that?
I don't recall.
Now, having a celebratory drink, you found out, happened in the house, correct?
Yes.
They didn't go out somewhere, correct?
Correct.
And you knew that Miss Richins' mother was also there, right?
I didn't know.
You didn't know?
I didn't know she was there.
Really? I'm gonna have one second.
He just said he didn't know if Kouri's mom was there. Who did he think he was talking to?
I think we all knew that she was there because we just heard Miss Darden say, yeah, he looked pale. So you didn't know that Kouri's mom was there the night before?
I did not know she was in the house the night before.
Okay. Now, you were told, and you do know, that Kouri said, maybe he took some gummies? You remember that, right?
Yes.
And you have, I imagine, familiarity with gummies, right?
Yes.
Now, to be clear, I'm not saying you take them. I'm just saying you're familiar with them, correct?
Yes.
You know how big they are. They're not that big.
No.
Well, it depends on where you get them
Yes.
and what kind they are.
You didn't search for those.
No, I did not specifically search for those.
Not specifically. Please elaborate.
Oh my God.
I
like
didn't
this
go
attorney.
out and search because I was not in charge of looking for
And he's not a detective
medication
either.
or anything like that.
He's a
Oh.
first responder.
So you weren't in charge of it. Who was?
Deputy Pimentel.
Okay. So you told Deputy Pimentel to go do that.
That was his job, to look for medications or anything like that.
Right. But what I'm saying is, somebody would have to tell him, hey, go search for this.
I passed that information to Sergeant DiBotello.
Correct. You're passing along the information. Now, you were there for an unknown time, and you indicated Pimentel was the one who's in charge of looking for that, correct?
Yes, he was assigned for that duty.
Now, at one point, you relieve him. Oh, correct?
Deputy Pimentel?
Correct.
I don't recall.
You just indicated a little bit ago that you relieved him so he can leave.
Oh, when he left, yes.
Yes.
For him to leave.
Correct. You relieved him, right?
Yeah, not the medical checklist duty, but to relieve him.
Are they
to leave.
your birds?
Correct.
Yes.
On his way home. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So who did you assign to take over his responsibility?
I don't recall.
It might
Could
be
you please look at the
Travis's
report?
TV that I asked him to turn down.
I don't indicate that. I did not indicate that in my report.
So how would we know if that was even done?
This is
Because
a
Deputy Pimentel will possibly write his supplemental
Just his
report that
attitude.
cover what he did.
Okay. So we'll ask when he's called by the state. We'll ask him. Now, here's a thought. You don't search for gummies. And you would agree this whole environment's a traumatic environment?
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yes, it is.
For everybody. Correct?
Correct.
Yourself included.
Correct.
I mean, there's such a thing as secondary trauma, correct?
Correct.
So give everybody some grace. Now,
What is
you found out about the gummies from who?
Found out what gummies.
Who told you that he might have taken gummies?
Oh, from Miss Kouri Richins.
Correct. So who would know where the gummies are?
Miss Kouri Richins.
And did you ask her?
I did not specifically ask her about the gummies.
Not specifically about the gummies. Please elaborate.
I asked her about his medical prescriptions.
Nope. We're talking about the gummies. Did you ask her, Miss Richins, about the gummies that she told you about, that she volunteered? Did you ask her where they were?
I did not.
You did not. Did you tell Pimentel to ask her?
I did not.
You did not.
this line of questioning?
So it's not like they were hidden somewhere. You knew where they could have been.
What is the deal with the gun?
Correct?
I did not know where they.
You couldn't have asked a question? You couldn't have asked who they were?
This is smoke and mirrors, people.
I could have.
And you did it, right?
Correct.
Now, you have been an officer since 2012. Correct?
You've been a jackass your entire life.
In Utah, yes, correct.
What about before?
2003.
2003. In that time, you've learned quite a bit of things. Correct?
Correct.
How to investigate. Correct?
Correct.
How to document. Correct?
Correct.
How to interview. Correct?
Correct.
How important each case is. Correct?
Correct.
Because everybody counts or nobody counts. Correct?
Correct.
Now, we talked about things that you didn't do. Let's talk about one thing you did do. Miss Richins told you how she got into bed and felt Eric's cold body, right?
Yes.
And she starts trying to say, well, I mean, we keep the temperature up, right? Or down, correct?
Yes.
And what do you do with that piece of information? What do you notice?
That the temperature was set at 70 degrees.
Cold body, and you check thermostat, correct?
Correct.
And you even make a note that you thought it was a little warm, correct?
I put down the temperature, correct.
What was the temperature?
70.
And what did it actually read at?
71.
That's attention to detail, right?
Correct.
Because she told you something about a temperature and you wanted to verify it, correct?
Correct.
But it's only what you want to verify, correct?
No.
It's not. We'll leave it. Let's talk about times. Everybody's looking at that clock right now, and I'll try to shut up real quick. But I might need to come back tomorrow and judge.
I think
You gathered
prosecution might
information about
object.
time, correct?
Just
Correct.
because of douchebaggery.
You
If
even get
nothing
down
else.
to the minute at some points, correct?
Correct.
When you're filling out the form, for example. Let's go back to that. You remember there was a group of EMS people, including Mr. Cernich, correct?
Correct.
And you're writing down, what time did you guys get here? Correct?
I did not ask that question.
Did you overhear it?
I did not.
Really? Okay, we'll leave it alone. You need to document when things happen and where they happen, correct?
Correct.
Because you know that the information that's going to go into your report is going to be seen by other officers, correct?
Correct.
By possibly prosecutors, correct?
Correct.
By possibly judges, correct?
Correct.
By possibly jurors, correct?
Correct.
Did he say jerks?
So, in your report, go ahead and review it and tell me if you identify times there.
There's several
let's start with the first.
Prosecution.
Are you on paragraph, let's see, 3?
Yes.
The narrative? Okay. And what is that time related to?
The time they had a drink,
Which was what?
9 o'clock.
Now, is that exactly 9 o'clock?
On my report?
No. Did it actually happen at 9 o'clock?
No, Miss Richins advised me that they had a drink at 9 o'clock.
Okay. And did you, I don't know, confirm with her how she knew that?
No, I took her word for it.
How
Correct.
did he know she
Now-
lied?
You arrived at 3:40. Okay. What time were you dispatched?
I want to know how he knows she lied.
I don't recall.
Were you dispatched? Would your dispatch be on your report?
Probably in the call logs.
Do you have that?
I do not.
Okay. Do you think did it take you 40 minutes to get there?
I don't recall.
I'll leave it alone. So she says about 9 o'clock. You get there at 3:40, approximately, right?
Yes.
Now, during this time, you had some conversations with EMS. I believe it was Offred that we saw in the video. Is that correct?
Upon arrival?
No. During your investigation, during the video we just saw at the end, she indicated, it's the lady who indicated, we think it's an aneurysm.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. And she had said he had been cold for a while, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, the reason times are important, right, is because you need to try to figure out, hey, when did he die, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you say around 9, when you put around 9 in your report, or Ms. Richins says around 9, that's not exact, correct?
It's going off her statement.
A generalization, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's go to the next one. When's the next time you see a time arrival there?
The time they went to bed.
And when was that?
9:30.
So you say go to bed. Now, is that really when she closed her eyes and she was asleep?
The time she went to bed. I'm sorry.
Correct. Just went to bed, right? Like to their bedroom to start going to sleep. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Judge, I think I'm pushing it. May we rest here and pick it up tomorrow? That way we're not. Is that okay?
Your Honor, I guess the fundamental question is how much longer?
What time is it there? It's 6:45 here. So it's after
Ladies and gentlemen,
6.
we've worked hard today. I appreciate your patience. Let's recess for the day. Some instructions, please, with fair warning that you will quickly become tired of me saying this, but I have to say it nonetheless. First, I need you to be back ready to get back to work tomorrow morning at 8:30, please. And if I can navigate my notes here, give me one moment. This evening, please remember, do not speak to anyone about this case. Don't speak to each other about it. Do not let anyone engage you about the case. It is off limits. Please do not read, watch, or listen to anything about the case. You have to either actually or effectively change the channel. Move on if you see a headline, go to a different website, change the radio channel, go to another TV channel. Please do not read, listen, or watch anything about the case. Please don't post anything about the case. No research, no Google, no maps, no dictionary. Everything you learn about this case, you have to learn in the courtroom. I appreciate your patience. Please travel safely. Follow the deputy's instructions. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30. You can leave those on your chairs if you want. Is that okay? Yeah. Thank you.
Can't be 6:45 there. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for hanging with me all day. The ones that did, you know who you are. I love you. And
All right, folks, have a seat. Deputy, I need you to be back tomorrow morning at 8:30. Make that happen.
Or love
Tonight.
or whatever you
Don't talk to anybody about your testimony. Okay. Can you agree to do that?
I agree.
Okay. You're free to go for the night, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so it's 4:45 out there. So they're 2 hours different. I thought they were only 1. Okay, I have a doctor's appointment in the morning. I have the stream set to start at noon because I'm not sure what time I'll be
Okay.
home.
Mr. Ramos, Ms. Nestor, Ms. Lewis, anything on the record today? Mr. Bloodworth, Ms. Shervinack.
Yes, Your Honor. Can we have a brief discussion as it relates
Your
to chain of
time, 1
custody,
o'clock
why
for you,
marriage
Marty.
case,
Yes.
and the state's need to bring in certain chain of custody witnesses, probably beginning tomorrow?
Okay. This is new to me. I don't have much context for it.
Okay, guys. I will see you tomorrow after my appointment. Be kind to people, love your family, and Jesus loves you, and so do I. Bye, guys. This has been a long day. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Bye.